Hello. Welcome to Tempting Fate.
Hello.
Hello. Today we are playing part 3 of our Toy Story campaign. I will bring you up to speed a little bit later on what's gone on in the last 2 chapters. I'm super excited to be here and super excited to bring this one in. It's been great so far. And this week we have our first, the cast from Toy Story 1 back and a new character. With me, as always, is Sam DeLev.
That's me.
And Max Isaacson. And returning is Gina DeVivo, one of our regulars, who's back for the first time this season.
I swear, I'm under here.
Yes,
Oh my gosh, you're so cuddly.
That is actually Gina DeVivo.
I hadn't even hugged you yet.
I know, I'm so soft and fuzzy.
And with us, our special guests today, Amy Vorpal and Kelly Nugent. Reprising their roles from week 1. Amy Vorpal is playing Feed Baby Food, the doll who can eat and poop. And poop and
poo and pee all over the place, and also vomit.
The whole works. Yeah, it's a great doll. And Kelly is playing Radical Randy, a 1980s safety toy that gives safety tips and skateboards around. Thank you, BFW Scott, for the resub. I will tell you what that means in just a second. Max is returning as Uncle Cy Funko Pop. Sam is returning as our hero, Darling the dog.
I'm a dog.
And we will get to what Gina is in a moment. Thank you for the host, Geek and Sundry.
Thank you for the host, Geek and Sundry.
Our pal Denova, hello.
And thank you, PFW Scott, for the resub.
Yes.
Times 8.
In fact, let's get right to that right now. So unlike, you probably know a lot of us from Geek and Sundry or Alpha or places like that, and unlike Geek and Sundry, Saving Throw gets by entirely on what you give us, on your donations, on your subs.
We get by with a little help from our friends.
We get by with a little help from our friends. That is catchy. You should write a song with that title.
It'll never work.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I mean, this is a low cut, sure.
But anyway, we subside entirely on what you donate on your subs, and you guys have just been absolutely fantastic with us. You were great last season. You've been great in the last 2 episodes, and we are just incredibly grateful. And we have some tiers laid out that some things we can offer to help you help us out and keep this place open, keep this platform available for us to game on. We kind of love this place and we love doing this, and again, we really, really are grateful for you guys keeping the lights on for us, so to speak. So this week, as always, there are carrier penguins. You can send a carrier penguin with a message for us or for the audience, and that can. Meaning of Night, thank you. Speaking of carrier penguins, Meaning of Night draws our official carrier penguins. You can see today's official carrier penguin in the Twitter account at Tempting Fate RPG. It's got all of these characters.
I
think except Gina, but
magic.
Magic, yes. I think that was a carrier penguin, perhaps. I don't know. Yes, I think that's what that was. So there are carrier penguins, and by the way, let me take this opportunity to remind you that there is a full carrier penguin game that we are playing on 5/17. 5/17, you guys asked for it during the Fast and the Furious charity game, so we actually got all the way to our top tier, so we are playing an entire carrier penguin adventure, and that's on 5/17. But for today, you can just keep adding to the carrier penguin army by sending carrier penguins to us or to whoever. And then we've got our tiers as always, and here's what they are. At $25 today, if you guys are generous enough to get us to $25, and this can come in any increments, by the way. People have been great giving in large increments, over the last couple of weeks, but you absolutely can, $1 here, $5 there, everything helps. If we get to $25, I will give a player a secret objective. This week, $25 for a secret objective somebody gets. I think in week 1, the secret objective, Max had to fit the name of every Toy Story movie into his dialogue.
Every Pixar movie.
Every Pixar movie. And then in week 2, Sam had to subtly copy Amy Dallon's body language. the whole night.
I love that one.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
They
objectives.
did great. And tonight's secret objective is, well, obviously I can't tell you, $25.
This close.
That was so close.
That was gonna be real fun.
Tonight's secret objective hit $25. And at $50, now Gina's character tonight will have a familiar animal, a kitty cat. And Gina's kitty cat familiar, if we get to $50 tonight, you can name Gina's cat.
Do me proud, guys.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, there's a cat.
Yes,
course there's a
we're taking a
cat.
big chance here.
It's me.
It's a cat. Yes, Gina has a cat, and you guys can name Gina's cat familiar at $50.
I know.
And at $75, if we get to $75, we're hitting what I'm calling Duck Call, and you unlock you unlock a one-time ability for Uncle Si to summon a duck army that will do his bidding.
Yeah, as is my way.
Yes. One time for one scene or sequence, Uncle Si will be able to summon an army of ducks that will be able to help out in any way, and he can.
It will not be helpful.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for the sub to Nova. Thank you for the sub, David Flegel.
Can we swap
you,
that
Daniel.
duck
Thank
army
you,
for
Flegel.
like a single horse-sized duck?
We'll discuss
I hear
that.
that as
Right,
a thing
is it
as
2,000
well.
ducks or one duck the size of 2,000 ducks?
You know what? We'll figure that out when we get there.
Horse the size of a duck.
Maybe we can let the chat vote on it. But yeah, so $25 secret.
Spend all their time sculpting a
So
duck.
$25 secret objective, $50 you get to name Gina's cat, $75 you unlock Uncle Si's duck army. At $100 we're gonna do a random character swap. Oh, thank you for the resub, Pride and Pain.
Pride and pain.
Yeah, thank you. $100 we're doing a character swap. For 30 minutes, two people will have to trade characters.
Fave.
It is always, yes, a fave. That is another carrot penguin, I think.
I love that magical sound.
And if we get to $125, if you guys are generous enough to get us there, a randomly selected player will get to have a premonition. And whatever it is their character foresees, I will work into the game eventually. This incentive in a previous game got us a gelatinous dragon to fight. So, you know.
Yeah, that was fun.
Good time. That is amazing.
Yeah, one person just gets to call out anything that's going to happen, and somehow it'll happen. And that's $125 premonition, and $150. We're gonna go back and do rhyme time again for 30 minutes. Some randomly selected player will be stuck in rhyming mode and will only be able to communicate in rhymes.
And that's $150?
That is $150.
All right.
And if we get to $200, and you guys were generous enough to get us there last week, we will kick in again Cameo on Command, and you guys can vote for your favorite non-Toy Story Pixar character, and your choices will be Remy from Ratatouille, Jack from The Incredibles, or Wally and Eva from Wall-E. And whichever one you pick will somehow show up and influence the story. Last week, you guys picked Carl and Russell and Doug from Up, and they wound up saving the day by giving a lift to our heroes on their hot air balloon. Thank you, Jersey Driver, for the resub.
Jersey driver.
So these things do matter. You do influence the course of the story.
That's
and
incredible.
so just go real fast. It's $25 gets the secret objective open. $50 you get to name Gina's cat. $75 for Uncle Si's duck army. $100 for a character swap. $125 for a premonition. $150 for someone to get stuck in rhyming mode. And $200 gets you a cameo on command from either Remy the Rat, Jack the Super Baby, or Wally and Eva the adorable robot couple. As always, subs get to give players rerolls, and we've got a bunch of those to give out. And I guess I might as well just do that now.
Yes.
From week one, BK Han29 had a reroll and had given it to Kelly.
Ooh, thank you.
But it just did not make it down to me in time for the game, so you got it now.
Nice.
And PFW Scott gives a reroll to Gina.
Thank you.
And Meaning of Night sends me a forced reroll. Thank you, Olivia.
Benedict Arnold.
I liked you so much.
Yes, you can use your subs. You can give them a reroll, but you can give me a reroll. That gives I get a forced reroll, so that if they roll well, I can make them roll again. That adds conflict. It adds stakes. That's good storytelling, folks.
But there's no battle of the rerolls. Like if you are like, suck it, then we can't be like, well, I want to also reroll.
Oh, if you got a reroll, you can. I mean,
you
like
can use it anytime.
Yeah, we can just keep throwing them at each other.
Burn through
Okay,
like
cool.
30
Got it.
rerolls.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Don't do it.
As is our way.
So
kind.
David Flegel also sends their reroll to Gina.
Thank you!
Pride and Pain sends their
I plan on doing
rerolls
chaos
one
with it.
each to Amy,
Thank you. Pride
Gina.
Pain.
Thank you!
Max,
Oh, thank you.
and
Thank
Kelly.
you.
Oh wait, I think I got that wrong.
No!
No, it's too late.
Too late!
We have 4
Cash in
rerolls now.
hand.
And
Sorry,
go
not
away.
Regina.
That-
Sam.
Oh, it's Sam.
Oh, all right.
You
Good.
can give it to me and then take it back.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
I was
What if we
gonna
have
say-
I re-gift?
Thank you, Pride and Pain.
It's the OG Toy Story crew. Right? Like Toy Story 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
OG.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first episode crew.
Because you
But
love
while
us
I'm
most.
saying that, my twin sister said, Amy, I finally found out what OG was. This is last week. And I was like, oh my God, please let it be wrong. And she goes, it means the other guy. And I was like,
Oh, it does? I thought it was original gangster.
it
It
is
is.
original gangster. But
Amy's
it,
sister is very wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
very
I'm so
Yeah.
dumb. That I was
So, hang on. Jersey Driver sends their reroll to Amy.
thank you.
Thank you guys so much for the subs. Again, subs, you always get to give out a reroll to a player, or you can give a force reroll to me. And yeah, okay, so that takes care of our tiers, that takes care of carrier penguins, that takes care of subs and rerolls. So here's how it works, real quick. We play here Skins of Lasers and Feelings by a guy named John Harper, named for a song by the Double Clicks. It's a one-pager that we just have reskinned week after week with sort of new story worlds. And the way it works is every player has a number that represents whether they are either a high number, says that they're good at Space Ranger tasks, and Space Ranger tasks are science, cold rationality, Mr. Spock kind of stuff. Or you have a low number, which means you're good at cowpoke tasks. And cowpoke tasks are wild, passionate action, diplomacy, that kind of stuff, a little more adventure, heart, a little more Kirk kind of stuff. And the way it works is whenever the outcome of something is in doubt, a player rolls for it, and they automatically roll 1 die, 2 for something, 2 for a task you are prepared to do, 3 die for a task you are deemed an expert at, and 4 if you are getting help from somebody. And we'll cover help for a second. And if none of your die succeeds, it blows up in your face, your action blows up in your face. If one of your die succeed, you accomplish it at some sort of cost to yourself or damage. If 2 succeed, you do a good job and you do what you wanted to, and if 3 succeed, it's like a success with style and you get a little bonus or do a little something extra. If you want to help somebody out before they take their action, you can just call out, hey, I want to help that person do whatever, whatever, and then you sort of say how you want to help, and then you roll as if it's just a normal task, and if you succeed, that person can roll an extra die, and if you fail, nothing happens to them. It's just, they don't get help. And I think that's basically all you need to know about the rules. So, yeah. I think that's another carrier penguin. Oh, by the way, Denova sends me a forced reroll.
Judas.
Thank you, Denova. Oh, this is going to be a good one. So we already know our characters from last time: Feed Baby Food, Radical Randy, Darling the Dog, and Uncle Si Funko Pop. But let's meet our new character. So, Gina, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you are?
I'm a Furby. Can you tell?
Gina is a Furby, and
What all do you want to know?
I'll just run through it.
Okay.
Gina's number is 2, so her Furby is very cowpokish.
I'm wild.
Yes, just a complete cowboy. And her personality is weird. So, you know, yeah, it's basically Gina being Gina. And her goal is to help her kid find a new worthy toy. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. How much do you want me to go in before we meet me?
Okay, you know what? Then never mind. Yeah, okay, we'll just leave it at that, honestly. That's
Yeah.
fine. We'll leave the rest for in-game reveal. Fine.
You don't get to know it's spoilers.
You don't get to know. It's spoilers, right? Yeah, so Gina is going to be playing Furby, and her number will be 2. for you people keeping track at home. So yeah, otherwise it's like, so previously on Toy Story. In 2 weeks ago in episode 1, Darling the dog ran into a little girl, and they had a love at first sight child toy kind of experience. The girl just went doggy and loved Darling, and Darling was just about to be hugged, but oh my God! Tinksy. Thank you, Tinksy.
Oh thank you.
$100.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, no.
I know.
Duck Army.
Okay, so that actually gets a lot done. Tinksy, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
That's incredibly generous.
Oh my God.
And
I'm sweating.
Yeah, thank you, Tinksy. So that gets open the secret objective, and I'm going to give the secret objective to Kelly.
All right.
Just let's see.
Secretly reading.
It's a good one.
That is perfect. Yes,
I love it.
That is exactly what we were going for. Okay, and now that unlocks Name That Cat. Gina's Furby has a cat familiar. You guys get to name that cat. Put your suggestions in the chat, and our good buddy Dom Zook, who's doing everything behind the camera over there, will pick it out and send me the best name. We trust Dom's judgment implicitly. So yeah, that is Name That Cat. And $75, Uncle Si, right from the beginning, your duck call ability is unlocked. As Uncle Si of the Duck Dynasty, you have incredible knowledge of duck calling. And now, I guess, just right from the beginning, you have a one-time ability. Make it count. Last week, you guys gave Speed Racer a one-time ability to fly, which actually wound up kind of saving the day in the end, as it sort of helped the people falling off the hot air balloon. So, good job.
That was Dylan,
there.
right?
That was Dylan.
Yeah,
Yes, Dylan Dovell.
Saving the gang sounds right.
Ah, yes. Piloting too
man.
sounds right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not gonna do
yeah,
that.
Uncle Si's duck call.
I know, we're like the shitty toys.
Thank you for the sub.
toys.
Thank you for the sub, Malgus.
Malagis.
Malagis.
That a lot.
And that also opens the character swap. Hang on.
Wait.
And that also opens the character swap. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna, since we haven't even started yet, you guys, wow, thank you so much, Tinksy. I'm gonna save that for a little bit into the game, and maybe like when we're an hour into actual play, the character swap, we'll do a quick roll on, we'll find a die to roll and determine who's doing the swap then. And give people
by 5.
D20 divided by 5, yes, perfect. See? It's like, oh my God, they're great. So thank you so much, Tinksy. And if we get the next $25, we get to the premonition. A randomly selected character gets to have a premonition of anything that will somehow show up in this story in some form or another eventually. So thank you so much. So yeah, last week, Darling the dog met a little girl, and they had a love at first sight experience. But the girl's mother, who I will remind you was named Rita Hanks, did not notice that Darling's ear had been damaged when they had been removed from their box for cleaning, and they just threw Darling back and did not want their kid to have a damaged toy. Darling was heartbroken about it and felt that they needed to find this kid. There was some fate here going on, and their friends, Feed Baby Food, Radical Randy, and Uncle Si Funko Popped, helped Darling get across the store in broad daylight, all the way to the cash register to where where the address of this family, the Hanks family, was kept on record. And Darling made it all the way up to the cash register, got the receipt with the address on it. But at the last moment, a punk teenager came in the door and cleaned out the register and stole Darling away. And now, in part 2, Darling found themselves at this teenager's house, and this teenager actually turns out to be, by coincidence, the son of Sid from Toy Story, the first one.
When you call him son of Sid, he sounds so much more menacing.
Yes, he's actually, and strangely, he was really not menacing at all. He gave Darling to his younger siblings, the twins, Darren and Dorina, and their toys, who were Speed Racer RC minicar played by Dylan DeVal, a Shuri Black Panther action figure played by Markia McCarty, and Amy Dallin as Blego the Ersatz Lego. They helped Darling the dog get out of the house and all the way across town to the address on the receipt, to the house with the little girl, the Hank's home that Darling was looking for since the beginning. And Darling sat out front and saw through the window. There was her little girl in the window. But before they were able to walk into the house, they heard a voice, and it was the voice of Uncle Si Funko Pop. And they turned around, and Uncle Si and Feed Baby Food and Radical Randy had tracked them down at this house. And they said, "Darling, we need your help." And that was where we left off last time. So for now, why don't we pick up there?
I run up to the three of them and I freeze because I want to jump on Randy and lick Randy, and I want to jump on Feed Baby and lick Feed Baby, and I want to jump on Uncle Si, and I can't figure out which, so I'm just sitting there.
Get in here!
No, don't do it. She means literally.
All of us can hug at the same time. Best friends love hugging.
It can be a group hug.
That's
Legion.
I do not swallow you. I'm just gonna.
I appreciate
Slowly
that.
gonna start
Cool
pushing
straight.
the dog into Feed Baby's cavity.
Wait, Hugs for the Hug
Can't wait to
Inclined
meet you.
is the catchphrase that you guys gave Darling in episode 1. In fact, everyone here got a catchphrase in episode 1.
Yeah, that's true.
Darling is Hugs for the Hug Inclined. Radical Randy, do you remember what your catchphrase was? It's safety is totally radical.
Dope.
Feed Baby Food.
Yes, it's. Baby's hungry!
Uncle Si, do you remember?
It's duck season.
Yep, there you go. And now when you yell that, you can unleash. Okay.
Yeah.
Duck season.
Save it for the moment.
That's how ducks sound, right?
Yes, caw.
Correct? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Notoriously.
How many children do you have?
You mean me personally? 8.
All right, so you're in the street and you have been reunited.
Hi. This is my kid. What are you doing? Are you coming to live with my kid too? Are we all going to be living together? What's going on? What are you doing here?
We've
No,
been
you
here.
got it.
You took a detour or something. We were trying to find you, but we thought we'd go directly to the source. We've been waiting for you.
It's all gone wrong, doggo. It's all gone terribly wrong.
But I'm an Infinity War dog now.
Fudge.
What's going
You've
on?
been in a war for all time.
Last week, as part of their journey across town, Darling was caught up in an infinity war of toys involving most of the Marvel toys, the Masters of the Universe action figures, and a bunch of Gravity Falls Funko Pops. It was pretty crazy, but they
Feed
survived.
Baby plugs her ears and goes, "No spoilers!"
And then Shuri Black Panther said that I could be an Infinity War dog. That's it. But
That's
that
so
was
exciting.
why
That makes
I didn't
absolutely
get
no
here
sense.
for a while. But I'm here now.
Well, that's great and all, but you're not going to be here for long because we have important business to attend to. The store.
We need you to make a decision.
The store.
I eat all of it.
Yeah, well, the two options are. I mean, I get it. Like, I get it.
All right, so let me fill in some background that happened off camera. Get this rolling nicely. So let's say in week 1, after Darling was stolen and Sid Jr. cleaned out the cash register, the three of you were at your toy store and you heard Tom and Tim, the proprietors of the store, talking after they discovered that the register had been cleaned out about how the rent is due tomorrow, and without the money in the register and all the cash register receipts, there's no way they're going to be able to pay the rent. Their landlord is a complete asshole, and they're not going to get any leeway. They have basically until tomorrow sometime to figure out how to pay the rent, or else the toy store is going to be lost, and along with it, the toy store is your home and has been for a while, and it is the home of all the toys that live there, which are Tim and Tom's, if you remember, is both collectibles and surplus. They have the highest end and lowest end toys. So like many of the toys that have been there for a very long time because they're either very expensive or really cheap and nobody wants them. So Tim and Tom's is kind of a home for these toys. And after the register was cleaned out, you realized that your store was in danger. So you came here looking for Darling.
Darling, I gotta tell you, in this era of Amazon shipping and buying everything online,
Boo, boo!
brick and mortar
Big
stores
baby
are
food
having a
spits.
very difficult time. It is not an economy for our home. And I will also mention that Tim and Tom are particularly bad at saving money and putting it away to pay their rent. So not only are they bad economists, but they are also in a very rough time. Exactly. Very rough.
Thank you.
XK.
Thank you.
So, one thing lead to another. They didn't save any money, and that damn little punk kid did what we were gonna do and rob them blind. That was the money, right? Exactly. Money sounds. So, what we need is your help to get back, and we need to get the money back in the till. We gotta get back and rob that kid who robbed that store so that we can rob the store and wait.
Yeah.
No,
we're not
really,
robbing the store
We definitely
anymore.
need your help, but the other option for you is to go in that door, hug that baby child, and walk away from us, which is definitely within your right.
Gosh, we get it. I mean, we're
Very selfless.
just, we're new friends. We get it. However you want to go about this.
None of us are leaders. None of us can lead these toys to help. You're the only one.
You're also the only one who knows where that punk kid lives, and we're gonna rob him. That is very important.
And I know how to do the robbing the safest way because safety is radical. Just make the
Following
decision.
all this.
No, they're trying to decide if they're gonna go into the house or not.
I jump back on Feed Baby Food and start licking again. Of course I'll help.
Yes!
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. You guys are very good dogs.
Thank you. I think at the end of the day, if this happens, we'll bring you back here, safe and sound, and you can have a baby child of yourself for your own.
So
A human baby child.
To raise and take care of and love.
there is one thing. I don't know where the kid is.
The Sid
What?
kid.
Well, okay, so I was in a car and it went vroom, and I was in a balloon and it went balloon, and then I was in another car.
Can't you use your smell to get us back?
Keep sniffing the air and see if you can smell like
Evil.
axe.
Oh, axe! Exactly, we said the same thing.
So, Malagus sends their reroll to Amy.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not even going to let you roll for that. You basically traveled here by car trip, then hot air balloon. You are all the way across town without any orientation of where you came from or how you got here.
Oh.
So there is just no way for you to get back.
So
Alright.
I start smelling around everywhere, and I spent a long time all over, and it looks like I'm kind of going on a trail. And then I turn around to go back to the group, and I tell them all about the French fries that I just smelled, and I think this is really the way, you guys.
So
Oh Lord.
while they are telling you about French fries, a shape begins to emerge from the shadows.
And we're like in a front lawn situation.
Yeah, you are in a front lawn in a neighborhood that is, there's just nobody out right now. So
Okay.
it's cool. You're
Awesome.
Lord Almighty.
Bum ba da dum.
No.
Bum bum. Bum ba da dum. Bum bum bum.
Throw my plastic cup at it. Get away, monster.
Ah! No! Boo!
What? No, boo you.
Boo!
Boo hoo.
Boo!
Boo.
Boo! Boo!
Yeah, boo-loo. Get out of my face.
Get off my lawn!
Free country. Be on any lawn I want.
Are you the guardian? Are you the guardian of this lawn?
Ah, yeah!
Maybe you can help us.
Oh, yeah.
How do you
I was gonna
feel
say,
about
let's fight it. But yeah, maybe instead we should ask it for help.
Let me clarify what you see coming towards you. You see a fuzzy white creature in the mouth of a giant white cat. Gripped like this.
That is an important distinction because that commences barking immediately.
Is the cat under your command?
You can let go!
The cat, by the way, what is the cat's name, thanks to the chat?
Oh, yeah.
This is my creature. Name is Murray. Murray! Murray!
Nice
Hey,
name.
no barking.
Hey, Mary.
Murray the cat, thank you.
Murray the
Good.
cat. Ah! Too loud.
Hey, we came here. How's life in there with the baby child?
Baby child?
The baby child. You're human.
There's a kid. Oh! The kid. The kid. I'm not allowed inside very much anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously not
Yeah.
great.
For very obvious reasons, you're
Yeah.
terrifying and horrible.
I get it. I give Sci-Fi bucks. You called that.
You mean Natasha, right?
Is that her name? I met her. I met her at the toy store, and she almost hugged me, and she really wanted to take me home, but her mom said no because I'm damaged and because I'm worthless.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I still don't know what that means.
I'll tell you what it means. We don't need to find that punk kid. We're gonna rob this house.
Plenty of
Rob
money.
that old-
Yes!
Yeah.
Let's take that woman for all she's worth.
Whoa!
We will
You're not
fleece
taking
her.
my kid's money. What are you talking about? Get off my lawn!
No, the baby child is safe. We're talking about the grown-ass woman.
Oh, Rita?
Rita Hanks.
Yeah. We know about Rita.
Yeah, what do you know
We
about
all
Rita?
know about Rita.
What do you know about her?
Where she keep her valuables?
There's a safe, I'm sure.
Question.
Perfect.
Question. How much do you want to stick it to Rita?
Yeah.
Well, a lot.
Radical.
What kids value more than anything is toys, and what adults value more than anything is money. And we're gonna take all of her money.
If we do that, will you be good dogs?
We'll be the best dogs.
But we can't go inside.
But the kids.
Why
We
not?
are broken. I belong to the cat now. I don't get to play with Kid. Kid doesn't get toys if they're broken or dirty.
Well, that
Only
doesn't
clean
seem
toys.
right
That
at
is-
all.
So literally all of us.
So,
We can't go inside.
certain
But
death.
you're welcome to hang out with me and Murray.
We don't have time to hang out.
Tempting, but we're probably gonna do the money thing. So
We gotta save the
We'd
store.
love your help. Any insight?
No,
Or are you all new toys?
we're all old toys.
I'm
classics.
new-ish.
Oh,
Newish.
yeah, you're gonna have to do something about that.
Okay, but
You would be loved. You would be loved in our toy store, actually.
Oh, that's okay. I'm loved by Murray.
So what you're telling me is we can't go in the house because we're gross and broken?
Uh-huh.
Who said that?
Rita.
Well, we hate Rita.
We can break her rules.
We're
Ultimate
gonna
enemy.
destroy Rita's stranglehold on this
Ultimately, we liked Tim and Tom when we broke their rules. We absolutely have
no
nothing
moral
but
compass.
hate. Yeah, no moral. Our ethics are out of control.
All right. It seems you're gonna do what you want, whether I say so or not. So it's
Yeah.
probably best you follow me and come to Surfer Dude.
Surfer dude?
Mm-hmm. He knows more than I. I only see where the cat takes me.
I like this one.
I like you.
That's great!
Dum, da, da, dum, 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 dum.
Surfer dude.
On that, Furby, forward cat, Murray, and
Murray!
Murray walks along the side of the house, and you all follow. And in the back there is a little kiddie pool, and floating around in the kiddie pool,
Oh, yes.
there's a surfer dude.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that is so much better than I thought it would be.
Is he in Infinity War too?
No, he was not on the Infinity War. He was here in the back of the pool, in the back of the backyard of the house. And as he sees you, he's hey, what's up, Furby? How's it going?
Ah, Surfer Dude!
Who are your friends?
I'm Darling. I'm a dog.
What's up, darling?
Hi.
Good dog.
I'm Uncle Si. I'm a human man.
Oh, hey, Sai.
I am Feed Baby Food. I am a human baby.
Oh, what's up, Feed Baby? Cool.
Oh, very pleased to meet you. I feel like we have similar vibes going on, so I feel like simpatico.
Oh, excellent. Yeah?
Simply put, my name is Radical Randy.
Radical! Randy.
Tight.
Anyway, I'm Silver Surfer. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I hang out here in the pool, and I know stuff.
Yeah, so Furby was telling us.
What can I help you with?
Where's the money?
Where's the money, you shiny freak?
Unless you want to die right now, you should tell us where the money is.
I said, where's the fucking...
Okay.
Surfer Dude, I think we may need to defend the house.
No, sir. That's not the case.
Very sorry.
Murray,
So he's just
I
kind of
have
bobbing around.
commanded Murray to sort of position me against you.
No, you misunderstand the situation.
Whoa.
You seem to have taken a different tone to the previous conversation.
Oh, I was riled up. I'm sorry.
We're just really excited. We've been on this journey of trying to save our home, and it feels very important
To get to the point real
really
fast.
emotionally invested. We don't want to waste. We've only got 3 hours to do this.
I'm gonna use my words ergonomically. Where's the money?
Economically.
Xavier! That's the guy that I pray to. I wish that we had been more normal talking to you.
Yeah. So anyway,
Hey, Liku,
let's start this over.
Y'all set this one out.
listen.
Yeah, so he just sort of floats around, and he's, whatever you're on, I would love to try some of it later.
Yo! Drugs are not cool.
You're so
Just say
right.
no.
You're so right. I'm so wrong.
I'll put almost anything into my cavity, but not drugs.
So, what can I do you for?
We're from a toy store, and my friends were trying to save the toy store, and so we wanted to find the kid who stole me from the toy store, and money, which is important and a thing.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know where the kid is, and this is where maybe my kid will be. But will you help us?
I will. Let me think about this. And he sort of surfs around in little circles in the kiddie pool for a second, and then he comes back to you.
This is the best part.
Hey, Denova, thank you. And that will unlock, where's my, whatever the next one is. Premonition. Oh, a randomly selected character has a premonition that can work into the game. Why don't we roll a d6, and we'll call you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if it's 3, we'll just roll again. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Max, that is you.
6, you're free.
Oh, no, I'm 3.
Gina.
Right, Gina.
Me.
Yeah, you have to have a premonition. What's your premonition?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Here.
All of a sudden, Furby's sensor goes white. Surfer Dude! Something's happening again. Dark! I see jelly beans. I see a waterfall of jelly beans, and it's consuming baby.
That's not how it normally works.
A waterfall of jelly beans consuming feed baby food.
Ooh, waha, waha.
It shall be.
Tickle again.
Oh,
Tickle.
yes.
Tickle again.
So, yes. So Surfer, he sort of turns around and he's like, all right, I have thought about your problem and I think I have the solution. And he says, long ago, my kid brought me beyond the field of tall grasses behind the house, over the hill behind the field, and I was accidentally dropped into a mountain stream, and I surfed my way to the bottom of that stream, and at the bottom of the stream there was like this lagoon and like a cave, and I sailed into the cave, and when I saw what was in the cave, it was diamonds and rubies and gold. It was pirate treasure, like a ton of it and stuff. And if you guys need money, all you have to do is go to the field beyond the house and follow it to the hill behind the field, and then follow that to the stream and take the stream to the lagoon and the lagoon to the cave, and then you'll have more treasure than you ever know what to do with. By the way, then I had to hop my way all the way back here because there was no waterway to get back, and it's really inconvenient when you have a surfboard tied to your feet.
Let me ask you this.
Yes?
That seems awesome.
Yeah.
But our second kind of secret motive was to really stick it to Rita Hanks. Does she own this treasure? Would it stick it to her if we took it?
I don't think so.
So then what you're saying, well, all right, look, I'm okay with hijacking pirate treasure to save the store, but how are we going to stick it to Rita Hanks? Hey, Surfer
Perhaps
Dude,
one problem at a time.
I have a question. You want to come with us on this journey?
You friend?
/ would you care if we drained this pool?
Yeah, would
No,
that stick it?
You can't drain this pool. Natasha loves this pool. Don't drain my pool.
We don't want to stick it to
I was up on the
Natasha.
edge of the pool,
Stick it to
about to start
Natasha.
drinking the whole pool, and when
Can you
our Furby says that,
you can, like absorb the pool?
I would try. I could certainly try, but then when I hear don't drink the kid's pool, the kid loves the pool, I just look around like,
Puppy Tay Tay.
Just remember, go to
Thirsty.
the cave at the end of the stream, at the bottom of the hill behind the field. And then he just turns his back and sails to the other side of the pool and just sits there looking away from you.
We can still see you.
The Surfer Dude has spoken.
This is as far as I can go. And he just stands there.
So he's not coming with us? Or, did
No.
you answer Sai's question about
Yeah,
coming with
no.
He
us?
doesn't have any feet.
He doesn't have any feet.
Pass? Okay, hard pass. Got it. Okay. I mean, we'll have to figure out how to stick it to Rita Hanks later.
We can do that anytime, I guess. We know where she lives. after
Yeah,
all.
let's save our lives and then we can destroy hers.
Y'all are damaged further than you think.
Zoinks!
I disagree. Exactly, I'm damaged.
I have an idea. Maybe we could like take a belonging of Rita's and leave it at the pirate den and frame her for the stealing.
Well,
That's a
Yes!
great idea.
I also have a suggestion that might tickle my inner soul.
I've wanted to do
We
nothing
can
more
damage the things that are most precious to her, like she damages.
Child.
Getting some
No.
seriously cold Toy Story stuff here.
I did my
Sorry,
thing.
no, it was just what came out. I'm
you did your thing?
spitballing
I did my
here.
All right.
Throwing
Did I do my thing?
ideas out
That's all I
there.
did.
You know, maybe
got
your
my
anger
throat?
issues
Yep.
are why you do not have a kid yet.
All right.
I think it said I have no value.
All right. Yeah. Let's. All
I
right.
think I'm Luffy from dancing.
Yeah. Let's. All right. Stay on point.
All right, damage something that Rita loves.
But first,
got
she
any
doesn't like
ideas?
dirt.
But first, save the store.
But yeah, don't you need to save your home first before you trash mine?
Yeah, and I'm not even saying trash something, just like make her life a little harder.
All right, we're moving on. All right, we're moving on. This is not how these things go.
Okay,
Come
great.
on,
All
stay.
right, all right. We'll get back.
We're trying to stay in real Toy
Nice.
Story tone here in these games, so it's like don't totally shred it.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
I want to start sniffing out the trail.
cool. Why don't you? You know what? You already know that the trail he sold you like hedge behind the house. There's a field there. But whoa, Smokebeard, thank you.
Thank you.
That gets us actually another tier, I think, to Rhyme Time.
Oh no.
All right,
Fear the
that
English
one,
language.
that we can kick in right now, actually, unlike the character swap, which, kind of we want to establish stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, Sam. Okay, so Sam, you are on the clock for 30 minutes of Rhyme Time, starting right now
This
at
is absolutely
5:48.
fine.
Yeah, there's
do all
a
this
weird
stuff.
thing you don't know about Beanie Babies, which is that like at a certain time of day, suddenly they start to rhyme mysteriously.
We literally have poems
poem
on
in
our
their
ears.
ear.
Oh, yeah, they have poem ears. There you go. Oh my God.
ears.
Well, had.
We totally.
Can you read your poem?
Now, didn't we sew it back on?
Yeah, read your poem.
Oh, what? We did.
We sewed it back on with gauze.
I'll read it again.
Yeah, so read it when it's appropriate.
So you are on now for 30 seconds, 30 minutes of rhyme time. Thank you again, Smokebeard. And the next tier, if we get, if you guys are, if you were generous enough to get us to $200, we get a cameo on command from Remy from Ratatouille, Jack from The Incredibles, or Wally or Eva from Wally. All right, so.
Time to use my sniffing snout and find what
Yeah.
this treasure's all about.
Well, the first thing that you encounter is there's a fence there.
We've handled worse than this.
I just scratched at the fence.
Okay. You're scratching the fence.
Furby,
Oh.
can your cat launch over this fence? Seen cats do some incredible moves.
Murray. Up. Can I attempt to climb the fence with the cat?
You absolutely can. How would you want to do this? Like, are you all getting on the cat and trying to climb, or is it like you're gonna have Murray like chauffeur them over one at a time? Like, what's the plan?
I would say one at a time. Murray doesn't like that many creatures on him.
Okay, fair enough.
Is it like a chain link fence or is it like a wooden fence?
We'll say it is a chain link fence.
Oh. I fit.
You could probably fit.
I'd like to help by trying to just help jam. Not in like a mean way, like in a helpful way. Like get your head through, and I'll
So
help
why don't
push.
you're just gonna try and fit through?
Dog's left just like, can I fit in this?
Okay.
And we all love seeing, oh, oops, no, I couldn't.
All right. So first, why don't you roll for that? And
Okay,
we'll,
great.
You can roll we'll call that
The name of my cat.
cowboy. Cowpoke.
All right.
So cowpoke, you want to roll over your number, which is a 3, I think.
Yep. Are you gonna assist me by pushing my butt?
I would like to assist through butt pushing.
Hey, PFW Scott, thank you. And you want to assist by butt pushing. All right,
Yeah.
so butt pushing will also be cowpoke. We'll call that wild, passionate action.
Passion. I'm gonna do like a running start and maybe just check my shoulder.
And I think we established last week that you're in the habit of like kicking your fellow Uncle Si Funko Pops off the
Oh,
shelf.
yeah, I
so
do
you
that
probably
a
have a
lot.
lot of experience at pushing people's butts.
I'm a pro pusher.
So you can roll 3 for that. 3 cowpoke, which means you want to roll over
my
your
number.
number, which is a 2.
Yeah, and I got 2. What was
and
it
you got-
called? when we
Infinity
rolled
and
it?
To Infinity and Beyond.
That's right.
When you roll your number, you get what we are calling this week To Infinity and Beyond, which means that you get to ask me a question or some sort of special insight into what's going on. Do you have a question?
Yeah. Let's see. We know the path we need to go on, right?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Not at the moment. Let me. I have to ask it right away, right? Yeah, is there something that we can take that's gonna like help us in our journey that like will help speed us up, like a large skateboard or something like that we can?
Yeah, that's actually
skateboard.
that. Yes, actually,
Randy's skateboard's like Randy sized, right? Like
there is a real skateboard. Like it's like a kid's skateboard, so it's not quite full size, but it's like a little bit smaller.
Oh my
and it is
God.
lying. Just like it's flipped over, lying in the grass right near where you are.
all right.
Yo, dog, I heard you liked skateboards, so I gave you a skateboard.
So you can put your skateboard on a skateboard. Skateboard while you skateboard.
All of my life has led to this moment.
Wow! Murray might be able to pull that.
Oh,
Sled dogs.
I can get all you guys skateboarding with me. That would be my ultimate friendship moment.
Skate would be great.
like a family road trip.
Totally.
All right.
This is the most other toys I've ever had.
What we're going to assume is, because I said it's something you can take with you, we'll say that the skateboard is like just on the other side of the chain link fence, right? And if you guys, when you guys get to the other side of the fence, we'll see what kind of shape you're in. The cat will be able to tow the skateboard along, so you can all ride, and that will speed up your journey.
Sweet deal.
So now how many do I roll now that my butt has been successfully pushed?
Now that your butt has been successfully pushed, squeezing yourself through spaces, that is a very doggy thing. You can roll 3.
Okay, so all right.
3 cowpoke, your number is 3, so you're trying to roll over your number. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Hi. Yay. Great.
You get to infinity and beyond, so if you have a question. But some games, there's a lot of stuff to ask questions about, mysteries, things like that. Some games, there's just not so much.
What is the most interesting smell around here?
What is the most...
Sorry, Darling asked this question.
Yeah,
not Sam.
that is a very intriguing
To the
question.
cosmos.
What is the most interesting smell around here?
Sometimes you need character-oriented questions. And they're about smells.
There's, you can smell, because you have a very analytical sniffer, you can smell that there is some kind of a buried pipe. Maybe it could be an old musty water pipe or something like that is running, basically buried just under the ground and running through the yard out towards the direction you're going.
So I get through the fence and I start smelling and smell the pipe and turn around and look back at the group. It's a pipe. It has water in it. Water was a thing. Surfer. Water. Water.
And you just hear from the other side of the fence. Surfer doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, dist. Oh.
No, he's just not helping you.
No, Darling's just easily confused.
But we could take that pipe to the water source. We could take it all the way down to the lagoon or whatever he was talking about. I bet it feeds out.
Oh, we can ride the skateboard like a raft.
Yeah. We could do cool like
Yeah, there's that thing that you do on pipe, like grinding a rail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Darling doesn't know about.
Awesome. Okay,
Let's get
I
through
want to
this
just
fence.
try and climb. Like,
You're just gonna try and
I'm
climb?
gonna run at the fence and just try and climb.
All right.
That's super safe.
First, you had actually said that you were going to try and take the cat to the side. So first, we'll deal with that.
You can attempt to get on the cat if you want, but you seem capable.
I'm very large. I'm the largest one. I'm a big girl.
The baby can put a cat's face in her mouth, as we have learned.
And my entire body.
It's true. Yes.
As apparently we have learned.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we
speaking of
shot
That did
launching.
happen, yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, but I only want to do that in dire circumstances. I don't know
No, that's
how
why-
well you'd land
Listen,
otherwise.
Listen,
Neat.
I don't need to go back in there.
So
really, unless we have.
you are probably you are an expert riding your cat at this
Yep.
point. So this is a cowpoke action. You are just riding your cat. This is something you're good at. You can roll 3.
We brought Natasha presents on this cat many times before. We've gone hunting. The mom hates it.
Wait, what does the mom hate?
When we bring Natasha presents.
Oh,
Cat presents.
got it. Oh, you should just do more of that, and then we'll have Plan B figured out.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
We go to the treasure and we find a present for Natasha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What do I roll?
3.
3.
You can roll 3 die. You are trying to roll over your number, which is a 2.
Woohoo! On. 2 successes.
Oh, okay, yep, and that works. And that cat just gracefully over the fence.
Woohoo! On. which means rock on.
Yeah, I love that you love
Now,
that.
you want to try and climb?
Legit, right?
I'm doing legit Furby speak right
I
now.
figured. That's nuts.
All right,
have it
you can
up.
climb. You are not much of a climber. You got a skateboard tied to your feet.
Oh, can I throw in like a flip to like?
You want
Because I'm really good at flips.
You want to try and like skateboard your way up, doing like little
Yeah.
ollies
Skateboard
and
parkour.
flips. And,
This is
right.
what, this is
Skateboard
what I want to do.
parkour.
I want to like get on my skateboard and do like 2 pumps, then let the speed of my velocity leap off my skateboard, grab it from behind me, latch it on my back, front flip, foop, on the fence, up to the top.
That is exactly what you're rolling for.
Great.
Hey.
Oh, excellent sound effects.
Thank you so much.
So you can roll 2 for that, and that is cowpoke action, because, well, it's a very precise maneuver you just actually described.
What if I do it with my eyes closed? Does it
Then-
make it more cowpokey?
Yeah, absolutely. If you do it with your eyes closed, yeah, it makes it more
Do it with my
cowpoke.
eyes closed.
But you're doing it with your eyes closed. So
It's totally radical.
go ahead, you can roll 2.
This is the safest maneuver she's ever
So,
pulled.
You wanna roll over your number. That's one success.
success.
All right, that's one success. So it does work, but when you get to the top, we'll say that your skateboard gets caught in like the top prong of the fence, and it kind of breaks the bottom in a way that like your front wheels don't really work very well anymore.
Yikes! Your skateboard has seen some rough times.
Your skateboard is going to be. We'll count that as all skateboarding related tasks until that gets fixed. One die penalty on them.
Okay.
Sad.
Oh, my skateboard.
Don't worry, Randy. We're gonna get you a skateboard that is the size of the skateboard of the gods.
Have fun.
Oh my gosh.
So you two are still on the other side of the fence. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I like to pry open a hole big enough for my head.
Absolutely. You can try that. That sounds like a cowpoke task. That's wild, passionate action, anger.
Okay.
You are a Space Ranger character. Your number is 5.
Yeah.
You want to roll over your. You want to roll under your number. No, wait. Sorry, I said it was cowpoke. You want to roll over your number, which is a 5.
I guess I'd like to help. I'm
Okay.
on the same side as Feed Baby.
I would also like to lubricate that with some of my bomb.
Okay, we'll factor that in. You can roll cowpoke for help. Uncle Sai, you are not very strong.
No,
you are
not
not so you
exactly
can roll 1
slow.
die. It's a cowpoke task. You are a cowpoke character. You want to roll over a 2. You did it.
Nice.
So you can roll. You are actually pretty strong. You're pretty physical. We will say with his help, you can roll 3. And you want to roll over your
I
number.
do want to roll over my number.
5.
which is
Not great.
5. Oof. Come on! And I just go, read a hands! That's what I do. Yes, 1, and that is a Buzz Lightyear.
You want to
I mean,
roll,
Infinity and Beyond.
Right, yeah. You want to roll over your number,
Yeah.
which is a 5. So you got right 1 of them. Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, do you have a question?
I think my question is, Silver Surfer said, or Surfer Dude said, pirate treasure.
Yo.
Describe the pirate treasure for me.
It was like these chests, and they were like overflowing with gold coins and rubies and diamonds and necklaces, and there were like swords, and there was this like flag hanging there, like that had like this like skull and crossbones thing. And it was like totally awesome.
So
like
let-
you ever see the Goonies? It was kind of like that.
Legit pirate treasure.
I mean, yeah, like I mean, it was amazing.
And I guess my question is, would humans respond to this? Do I know that if humans would respond to this treasure?
What do you mean?
Like, is it
is
real
it
or is it
currency?
real?
Is it toy currency where we're like, look at this toy currency?
We have to go
like
find out.
Monopoly dollars
We're
or
gonna have to
something,
find
or
out.
is it human? Would humans treat it as?
Is that a separate question? That's kind of a separate question.
That's what I meant to ask.
I know. We all thought we were gonna get it. It was just more pirate treasure
Okay,
description.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
You know, what I'll give you is that
It's okay if it's gonna if it's gonna mess up a reveal. I actually don't.
there's a valuable treasure in the cave.
Perfect. That's
All right.
great. Cool.
I'll give you that.
Yes.
Probably some
So
rare
yeah, then I'll change my question so you can answer it. Is there a real MacGuffin?
No,
Sure is.
you've got what you're getting.
Okay.
You've got your question. There is a valuable treasure in the cave. There is overflowing chests with gold
You've got
coins
all
and
the MacGuffin
necklaces.
you're
And, yes. Yeah, let's see. That gets you. Yeah, that also opens the fence for you. You rolled 1 success. So that 1 success actually comes at a little bit of a cost, which is that one of your arms kind of now breaks a little bit at the shoulder joint. Like it sort of like comes a little bit loose, sort of dislocated. Right. So it's like it's not quite out, but it's like it's not like it's not smooth anymore the way it's supposed to work. So you've got one arm until further notice.
This is classic RPG. A fence/door has been our greatest enemy. So
so Feed Baby for
Or has it been
tasks that require that arm, you'll be at -1 die.
Okay.
And
For arm
you
related
are the
tasks.
last one left, but you now have this hole to walk through.
Yeah, I'm gonna casually saunter through the hole.
I won't even make you roll for that.
Now that Size had a stroll,
Because it's big
you can
enough.
take the skateboard for a roll.
Yeah. Ooh.
Just to be extra
looks
safe, I'm just gonna spot Sai just while he's walking
Oh,
through.
thanks, Randy. Now, I'll just kind of do like a little trip just to like. Thanks.
Thank you.
With Randy's guidance, you make it through this gigantic hole completely unscathed.
I could have been bad.
You are all on the other side of the fence now, if not a little bit worse for the wear, but you are there. And while you are standing there looking around and getting your bearings, you hear the sound of distant jet engines. In the sky, you look up and you see like these streaks of smoke coming at you, and suddenly they like descend, and what you see is there's just these 6 penguins on rocket-powered hang gliders, and they are just like coming right out of the sky, and they shoot down right beside you with a and they land their hang gliders, and they take off their goggles, and they waddle over to you, and they pull out from their mailbag.
That is awesome.
And they've got a whole bunch of messages for you. They're the first message, they pull it out, and it says, "Welcome back, Gina," and it's from Some Red Shirt. Thank you. Thank you, Some Red Shirt, and indeed, welcome back, Gina.
Yeah, glad to be back.
And then they pull out another one, and the second one is from DJ Phoenix, our good friend. And DJ Phoenix says, "Looking forward to the final chapter of the story. It's been awesome. Go, darling the dog." Thank you, DJ Phoenix.
Awesome.
And Aki, our good friend Aki, Aki from Shield of Tomorrow, says, "A message for this crew to let you know that I love you. Sam, please give all of them your very best hugs from me." We will definitely cash in on
Ready.
thank you, Aki. And VT Boyce, Tyler Boyce, from
Tyler.
right here too. He says, "Gasp! What's that? It's my Furby singing. Furby loves your love and touch."
Tahita, Tahita. Big yes.
Yeah, there we go. Amazing as always, Gina. And yes, amazing as always, Gina. Shocking.
I learned Furbish for you people.
And the carrier penguin digs in and finds yet another message, and it's from Bondo, and it says, "Love the show, love the channel, thanks to you all," and thank you, Bondo. And Asuka XK says, "To my favorite lizard/plant commander puppy. If I could give you a reroll, I would, but here is a Delev-size hug instead from one Sam to another. Hugs for the Hug and Climb." Thank you, Asuka. That's just great. And thank you, everybody. And with that, as you were standing there, the carrier penguins, they give the little sign off, waving their little flippers at you, and then they grab their hang gliders and they run heroically into the field, their flippers soaring against the night, well, I guess it's day, against the sun in the background, and they majestically leap into the air as those rocket gliders kick in, and you see them fly away, and then in the air they contort to skywrite the giant face of a penguin in the air, and then they disappear into the clouds, leaving you on the other side of the fence.
Darling
thank
doesn't
you,
even
everybody.
know what that word means, but just thinks majestic.
The majesty of the penguin. So you're on the other side of the fence now, and you know that there's a pipe under the ground, and you know that you are headed beyond the field, the grassy field, to the hill, to the stream.
So the pipe is underground?
Yeah, the pipe is underground.
We have to dig down to get to that pipe? Or is there like...
Is there an entrance?
Man. Darling,
I heard her.
Okay.
you said there was something about a pipe?
Maybe you could find like where the smell is the strongest and most pungent.
Sniff it out.
All right, that you are trying to do a sniffy thing, so that is a calm, precise, you have an analytical sniffer. You want to roll under your number, and this is a thing that you do, so you can roll 3.
What kind of snoot was it? Had a specific description.
Analytical.
Super analytical
Yay.
sniffy snout.
So cute.
Got it.
So precise that it shall remove all doubt. Yeah.
They are great at the rhyme thing. Then.
Yeah.
All right, so you're rolling 3, and this is a Space Ranger task. You want to roll under your number, which is a 3.
How many pancake shirts do you have? And how am I just now replacing what's on your shirt?
Last week, Dylan brought actual pancakes.
Actual pancakes.
See what you've done? So that
Dylan also
is,
made actual
you want to roll under your number, which is a 3, so you got 1. Okay. You also get to Infinity Beyond. You got a question?
Yes. How can we make this path easier to get to, like, easier to traverse?
I would say is that there's not like essentially. I mean, there are 2 ways to go. Neither one is necessarily easy. They're just difficult in different ways. If I have to give an answer, absolutely, I guess I do. I'll say if you can get into the pipe, there are probably less kinds of danger there.
Okay, so now that I've sniffed it out, then I sniff it.
Yeah, you
sniffing snout.
you
Please tell me what it's all about.
You rolled 1.
I did.
Well done there. You rolled 1. Well done. I almost rhymed. Damn it. Okay, I was so close.
You 100%.
You didn't
poet,
get it
and
this
I
time,
almost-
but I'm sure you'll get the hang of rhyme.
So yeah, you sniff around at the air, and then you take off into the tall grass. And I'll say that the rest of you follow, pulling the skateboard. You're riding your cat, and just a few feet up in the grass, you find there is a grate, sort of like a little drainage grate that looks like it leads down into what might be a pipe or a sewer or something, but it's kind of bolted on a little bit.
Great, great.
Bolted
On the
on.
phone.
All right.
Sam Puns, let us know what you think in the chat below.
Yes,
It was
Have you
literally
had that wrench
unlocked
that we
this
had
time.
jammed into your crotch?
Oh, I don't think I still have the wrench. I think it was on. I think we left.
Yeah, it was on the door.
left it on the.
So that Randy
right?
could.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys have? You have the plastic cup.
Yeah.
You have
My first aid.
your first aid kit.
cat.
And you have a cat, Murray the cat. You have your feed spoon, plastic smash bananas, spinach, carrots, a diaper that can become wet, and plastic vomit.
Yeah.
All right.
And this skateboard that you found on the other side of the fence
Right.
that you wanted to be able to take with you.
All right. So we got to unbolt this thing.
You got to get into it one way or another.
Yeah. All right.
Can I look around? See what weird stuff is left around?
Yeah, you can totally. But you don't have to rhyme, but it
That
is still.
was, I think I said the same word.
Oh,
twice.
was it? Yeah,
Not a rhyme.
it's still kind of. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
By the way, thank you everybody for the subs.
Thank
you guys have just been
especially
fantastic.
For being named Crocodile.
Yes.
Oh, and I'm supposed to remind you, actually, it actually should occur to me. Your subs from the subathon 1 month ago, if you subscribe by Twitch Prime, are basically expiring like today and yesterday, somewhere around here. So if you meant to sign up and you're a Twitch Prime subscriber, you got to auto re-sub that, or else it does not auto do it itself for some reason. So yeah,
If you had sub with Amazon Prime, resub now.
That's-
the time.
That's what I was trying to say, only more eloquent and in rhyme. So yeah, and we are at I think we're like $150 or something like that, or just over that. And if we get to $200, we do another cameo on command. And yeah, so you want to look around the field and see if you can find some other extraneous stuff, right?
Yep.
Something helpful. All right, so why don't we call that? That's precise action. You're searching for something. And so you want to roll under your number.
These
Your
peepers
number
see
is
lot.
a 2. And yeah, those peepers see a lot. So let's say you can roll 2 die, unless
'Kay.
somebody's helping somehow.
I can always help her.
You want to help with the sniffer?
Yes, please.
All right, so you can roll Space Ranger 2.
Hey, pup. Use the snout.
Right, you
Something
can roll, you can
helpful.
roll
I
3 for that.
start smelling hurt. But eventually I realize that.
Naba, down, puppy.
So
For a moment, downs the pup. Sooner or
Crocoduck.
later, pup comes up.
Naba.
Crocoduck gives their reroll to Sam.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah, okay, you were trying to roll under your number. Your number was a 3, so yeah.
Yeah, no, so
No.
let's see. Bad grapes. What are bad grapes? How are they bad? This is very confusing. So I don't understand how wine works, and alcohol is overwhelming my snout right now. Someone left a wine bottle. I'm completely entranced by it, and I'm just pawing at it with my paw.
You failed so badly there that you were now a little drunk because you sniffed at a wine bottle.
Pop drunk.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, babe.
that's
Oh,
just-
babe. Very worried.
That is no help to you, Furby. So
Obey.
you can roll 2. And you are trying to roll under your number, which is 2.
I got one. Something.
Yeah.
What is that something?
Well, you start riding your Murray, the cat, sort of around the field in circles a little bit, and you find a sort of big, old, rusty screwdriver, just sort of laying in the mud. It looks like it. Who knows? It could have been there for 20 years. It's so old looking.
All right. I think I got an idea. Hey, feed baby.
Yes, what?
So, I think we can do the basic, the wrench maneuver here.
Yeah,
we just jam it in your
secure
cavity.
Yes, secure it in the cavity.
And then I think either we just plunk your, head down and you run around in a circle sort of like with your mouth facing
Like a grain mill.
Yeah, like
exactly like a grain mill.
Yeah.
We would have been concerned about tetanus with a rusty screwdriver, but we didn't throw away our shot.
Oh, well, kids, safety, before you use a rusty screwdriver to lower yourself into a sewer drain, make sure that you're up to date on your tetanus shots. Get booster shots too.
Tetanus.
And always be careful about the things that you're putting into your body.
Make sure
Inspect
that
it.
they're generally rusty screwdrivers and or wrenches.
Meanwhile, Darling is trying to eat a Snicker Trapper.
Yeah, no bad grapes.
Yeah, I meant
So what is the plan?
The way I used the wrench the last time,
Okay.
we kind of secured it in the cavity and used that strength to rotate it, and so we're going to use the same kind of logic with the screwdriver.
Okay.
I'll clamp down in my cavity and
So that your legs become fulcrum.
Yeah,
and then
we-
so my
you're,
legs
can be
become
pressed
yeah,
into
Some great torque going on.
get some good torque.
Okay, so let's break this down into constituent parts. You have to get your mouth over the screwdriver, and then you're going to.
And then I think, the rest of us can push her around
Just
in
go,
a
you- the
circle.
three of you
like,
just gonna-
Yeah, like my legs
Like
actually, like my
a
body could be like this, and the screwdriver's out like this, and then my
Yeah.
legs could be here, and that would give it like a handle,
We
Yeah,
push
like
her
a
right
lever.
round, baby.
a lever.
So let's start out by
Right
seeing how you
round,
do
baby.
getting this
Around.
screwdriver into place.
Okay.
That is precise action. That is your kind of thing. You are a space ranger.
Yes.
So let's say you've done this now. You did something like this in game 1, so you're
Yes.
prepared. So you can roll 2 die. You want to roll under your number, and you're rolling to get the screwdriver sort of secured in underneath, I guess, your cavity.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Oh my. Well, only one, but I really want to succeed on this actually, so I am going to do a reroll.
Sure, and you get to reroll one of those die.
Okay, so that'll be a 6 since I want to be under my number, and that should be pretty easy. Oh my gosh.
You do have more rerolls, and there are 2 table rules. And by the way, I should
actually
remind
do wanna-
everybody, this is part 3, so there's no saving your rerolls for next week.
Yes, I do want to succeed. Come on, you dirty die. Give me love. You gotta be kidding
Throw
me.
that die away. Just
Yeah,
throw it in the
it's-
fire.
Get a new die. Get a new die.
3 6s
That's
in a
3
row.
successes. That's fine. It's clearly
the number
meant.
of
I was supposed to have 1 success on this roll. That's fine. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna, I'll save
but
it.
but it is a success. So what kind of winds up happening there is you get it wedged in, and it's all in place, and it will work.
Great.
But it will it's not super wedged in. It's not like perfectly done. So they're going to have a penalty of 1 die against them when they try and turn it. And you kind of broke the roof of your mouth a little bit, so now your voice sounds funny.
Now.
Oh yeah, now it does. Okay, so I used to talk like this.
And now you talk like
I'm trying to decide.
Amy's gonna work on that.
I'll the next time I
Right
try.
now, there's a wrench in your mouth.
Right now there's a wrench in your
Think
mouth.
about it.
Yeah. And so, okay, so what that means is this is a physical task. You guys are trying to push feed baby food like you did last time, essentially moving the screwdriver, hopefully fulcruming
To
unlatch the thing. So why don't we say this is cowpoke? You guys are just using strength. Everybody, say you. Who can help out here?
Murray.
And right, Murray.
Murray.
All right. Why don't the 3 of you roll 1 die?
Do I get 2 because I'm rolling for Murray?
No, Murray's doing the rolling. You can roll for yourself or for Murray. One of you, only one of you is pushing.
Only one?
Up, rhyme time is up. Thank you.
Sic transit gloria mundi.
All right, you know what? You want to get off of Murray, and both of you are.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You can roll 2. You can
Okay.
roll 1. You can roll 1. It's a cowpoke task. Everybody's trying to roll over their number.
Success.
1 success. Murray got distracted by some goo on the ground.
A success.
From the Snickers.
Yes.
So that's 3 successes. So yeah, that totally works, and the latch pops open, and the grate sort of swings back. It's got like a little spring that opens it up, maybe like so some municipal worker can reach down there or something. And it springs open, and now you just you are looking into the open pipe or whatever it is that is down there. It's very dark.
All right. Well,
Can I take the screwdriver over?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I've decided that because it's the roof of my mouth, it's actually opened up my vocal cords so I don't have the glottal attacks all the time. But instead, I do have a lisp. Because the roof of my mouth is harder to reach.
Fedora Mark, thank you for the sub.
So I now talk like this.
Because you can't get your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Yeah, that's perfect.
This is really hard, but everything else is very open.
And
We're
apparently
now from Alice in Wonderland.
Yes,
Perfect.
Yes.
and like a little Swedish or something. Thank you, Stylen, also for the resub.
Okay. Pup Drunk Darling
Yes.
is just going to go up and sniff the grate and try to sniff where there's no longer grate, and we'll see whether or not they fall in.
Okay, yeah.
I have to own the Pup Drunk.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, you are trying to do precise action. You are trying to sniff. That is your sniffer, but you are drunk, so we will say that you can only roll 1 die. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 3. All right, you rolled a 4. So, yeah, what we'll say is Pup walks to the side. Why don't you describe what happens?
Boo!
uh-oh.
Try to duck my head all the way in through the hole till I touch something that I can sniff and overbalance.
Yeah. And the 4 of you are just watching as you see Darling just disappear into the hole, and you hear
Okay, T!
you hear a little
Oh
silence,
my god!
and then you hear a little splash. Psh.
Well, at least it's water down there.
Hey,
That was
thank
not
you
specified.
for the resub.
Cavern.
Cavern the Pally. Cavern the Pally. Thank you. Yeah, so you just fell into something that made a splash. And what are the rest of you doing?
If you dive into water, make sure it's 6 feet or deeper.
That's wrong.
I want to link.
That's all I say. I just say that.
Good advice, Randy.
And while you're looking down to the hole, you hear above you, like kind of like a screech. It's like kind of or, I don't do bird noise as well. Bird. Yes.
Could be duck.
Bird. Bird. Yeah. You see.
Sick 'em!
Up above you, there is kind of like a circling, looks like a big hawk or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, we've got Murray.
And our skateboard will fit.
Murray looks afraid. Yeah, your skateboard will get in there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lean over the hole and just be like, "Hey, darling, you okay down there?"
Well, darling, you are in a totally dark place.
Ta-ta! Big yes!
Sitting about up to your waist or so in water, sitting up on your hind legs. It's like there's just, there's like a little water. This pipe is not full. You are not swimming or drowning. It's just got like a trickle going through it. It's sort of like a big round metal, kind of tin pipe. There's not a lot of light, only just what's streaming down through the hole.
Oh, I have an idea. Let's see if we can put if the skateboard can go into the grate like this, and it's a nice little ramp down.
Yeah, that's actually a good plan.
Darling, get out of the way.
Ute voice. Change.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so while you're saying that, that hawk above starts descending at you.
Oh my god.
With a bird-like
Yeah,
screech
rat.
that I will not try and imitate again.
Go!
Oh yeah.
Go!
Yeah. How far in can we get the?
Naba!
Why don't you roll
Tallulah!
for that? How are you?
distract.
Okay, so in what manner are you doing this?
I'll distract.
Oh, you're gonna try and distract
I'm
the bird?
distract.
Oh, nice.
Moolah! Naba, go down!
Yes, no,
Okay.
I will.
So why don't you roll first?
I'll roll.
Cowpoke action. You're trying to you're trying to distract the bird.
Yep.
You want to roll over your number, but this is not something you do a lot. So you're only
No.
rolling
Sacrificing myself.
rolling 2 die, let's say.
Okay.
By the way, Stylin 74 gives their reroll to Gina,
Thank you. I might need it. I might get eaten by a bird.
and
correct time.
Kavrin
No.
Lapali sends their reroll
bite.
to Amy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cover the Polly.
I need to do under.
You are trying to roll over your number.
Over. Yeah, you did.
You did it.
Like a fur boss.
So that bird, as it is coming down, gets
I am a
distracted by you.
Dawei. Genius.
And it's sort of a little weirded out. It's like,
I'm just staring, blinking, and snapping.
yeah, it sort of slows its descent, and is a little, it's a little
Tickle.
Yeah.
Tickle
trying to take in the
again.
situation a little. So you want to now try and get the skateboard down into the hole, like so as a ramp for everyone to run down.
Right.
Okay, so that is a physical task. It's like a cowpoke thing. I assume you're rushing your way through this
Will make
because
love
of the
me.
eagle.
Nay, nay. Love me.
You are a strong character, as we established before, so you would get 2, but we also established anything involving use of your arms, you're docked 1
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
So you can roll 1. It's a cowpoke. You want to roll over your number. Your
Guys,
number
this is not going to
5.
go well. If anyone wants to help me, now would be the
help.
time.
I mean, didn't
Okay.
I technically help, right?
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that
Oh,
add
yeah,
a die or
oh,
something?
that's right.
That was a
right.
help roll for that. So yeah, okay, so you can roll 2 now.
I actually,
Sorry,
you can
I
only
forgot
really
that was
get
part of
1
that.
help die, right?
Yes, you can only have
You
1 person
forgot
help.
about my
That's a house rule we
Dawei?
added.
My Dawei move?
Keeps things moving.
Awesome. 1 success, man. That is great. A 6 and a 1. I'm rolling binary today.
Yeah, absolutely. You get that thing down into the hole so that it is now in position to work as a ramp. But while you are doing it, your other arm pops out of its side.
No!
So,
oh my god.
what I'll say is
Uh-oh.
you now have a -2 for arm-related tasks until you figure out something to do about that.
It's
or-
all mouth from here.
You've been disarmed, my friend.
I've been disarmed by the skateboard. All right, go forth.
Your right to bear arms has been revoked.
But it's still like around, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you
like
still have your arms.
I
They're
just
just
need
sort
it
of
to
like,
be
right, they're
adjusted.
not quite popped into their little
That might be
doll
that might
arm
be something
sockets.
to do on the way. Yeah.
So, right, until that's fixed, you are now down 2 die for any physical related tasks. But the ramp is there, and what I will say is that you guys can all make it down the ramp into the hole before the eagle is undistracted by Furby. Except Furby, who now has to somehow figure out a way out of there. So, Furby, you are all alone at the top of the hole unless somebody's helping Furby get out of this.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
The eagle is
Bum,
now.
ba-da-dum.
The eagle has decided that you are not
Die.
really much of a threat and is now charging at you again.
No.
Eagle scream!
If I like roll my skateboard up the skateboard ramp and like hope that it like stops with momentum for long enough for the Furby to embark and then for it to roll down, is that a possibility for the Furby? Can the Furby get on a skateboard?
I love
The
that.
cat
yeah.
can.
Yeah.
I
With
mean,
the Furby in the mouth.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
this is
that.
okay.
Cat's Grace.
Let's give that a shot. What we'll do is
That's
you'll
amazing.
roll to make that leap, and you'll roll to get onto her skateboard when
Dolly!
the leap is made.
Okay.
So
Gorilla.
this is what you do, making calm, precise action, doing skateboarding stuff. Sorry, you're a cowpoke character.
Yeah.
And this is how are you approaching this? I mean, I guess this is right. You're just sort of shooting yourself out of a hole blindly, right? That's kind of cowpoke.
Well, not really me. I'm just
Just a skateboard.
shooting my skateboard.
Oh, just the skateboard.
So I'm just going like this with the skateboard, and the skateboard's gonna go.
Okay, I got you. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yep, no, let's call that cowpoke.
I'm
You're
doing
just-
a leap of faith.
Yeah, you're just blindly. You're probably trying to jump into the hole while you're just throwing that up there, and will you two meet in the
Mimi,
middle?
leap
We'll
of
see.
faith.
Okay.
So cowpoke
Very
action. You're good
worried.
with your skateboard. Roll 2 die. You want to roll over your number.
But do I have to minus one because my skateboard got hurt from the fence?
Yes, you do.
So I will roll
no, actually you don't, because that
Mimi
applies to
Babu Bay.
when you are skateboarding,
Nice.
like actually
2.
skateboarding relating tasks.
Great. Be careful, the wheel's a little wonky.
Oh yeah.
Mimi Babu Bay, very scared.
Wait, what am I hoping for?
Yeah, that's
it.
good. Yeah, you want to roll over your number?
Double
that
nice.
is 2
How many are
successes.
rolling?
Double knife.
You
rolled 2.
are rolling, let's say 1. Because
One.
you are flying kind of blind here. Thank
Woof.
you, Tigger Meow.
Figure me now.
Tigger me now. Okay. You know what the
Tigger me
wonderful
now.
thing about Tiggers is?
Tigger's a wonderful thing.
Yes, thank you.
His top's made out of rubber, his bottom's
Bottom's
made out of
springs.
Springs. He's bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, founcy, fun, 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 fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tigger is I'm the only one.
Thank you. So yeah, thank you, Tigger me now. So yeah, you need to roll 1 die. This is, we will say, a cowboy action. You are a cowboy character, so you want to roll over your number, which is a 2.
Oh, so over.
So over, yeah.
So
Nice.
So
over.
you
Not
on the
over.
back of the cat, or the cat in the mouth of the cat leaps towards the hole as the eagle. You think you're just going into the blackness, but suddenly the skateboard comes up out of nowhere and you land right on it, and it comes right back down the ramp, sliding you away as the eagle hits the ground right about where you were standing a second ago.
No.
You are in the hole. You are good. You are all safe from the eagle.
Bye bye.
Very dark down here.
Ah, dark. No. Boo.
We don't have anything to help light our way, do we?
All right.
Well, I think in that case,
But
the
the
only
cat
thing-
can see. The cat can see.
Oh. So could it
Right.
just continue to pull
Murray.
us like a raft?
Murray.
Ooh.
And I can smell the way.
for the river. Yeah.
Great.
Die of dysentery.
Yeah. Okay. So I like this plan. You are going to let the cat. You're going to sit on the skateboard and sort of let the cat lead the way, and like hold on to say the cat's tail or something, and let it like pull you.
I think so. And darling can say if we're getting off track. Like in Transylvania.
Okay. So how are we going to do this, darling? You're helping here by using your nose to like sniff. So why don't you roll for that? Roll 3. It's Space Ranger task. Your roll is kind of as a help roll, and you want to roll under your number, which is 3.
2 successes.
2
One
successes.
of which is infinity and beyond.
Do you have a question?
What can we use in here to light the way?
You know, I'm gonna say, honestly, I can't think of anything. I guess let's see what you guys have. I mean, you have the cat. That was a genius call by Amy Vorpal there. I don't know what you guys were gonna do a second ago.
If I was a newer edition, my eyes would glow, but I am a hand-me-down.
Well,
So they don't.
It's
It
just
is-
as creepy without the glowing eyes.
possibly, maybe one of Feed Baby Food's items are flammable. If you something, if you can find something to try and start a fire
Oh,
with.
no.
I don't even know where you would get
That's
something
very
like
dark.
that.
Does any of us have something that's glow in the dark? Because that's a toy thing to have just like random glow in the dark
absolutely.
bits. And that seems like, do you have like little safety
Let me
something?
find
like
out.
Safety reflectors,
find out.
but instead of reflectors, they're glow in the dark.
Yeah.
My face doesn't glow in the dark.
I have some.
Ah!
Oh no! Oh my god!
This is why Rita gave me to the cat.
Oh my gosh, that's actually really sad.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't talk about it.
So, what were you saying?
Oh, so guys, if you're kids, if you're rollerblading at night, you should have glow in the dark elbow pads, knee pads, and shoulder pads. So that's what I have. I have a set of glow in the dark shoulder pads.
All right, because you're retconning this, we're gonna make you roll to see how well all this stuff works.
I said I had safety gear.
Roll for glow.
Okay, roll for glow. But I didn't
for-
say it was glow in the dark. Okay, so what am I rolling?
We're gonna call this. Gee, I don't even know what I'd call it. Let's call this precise action. We're
man.
gonna check and see if your glow stuff still works after
Okay.
all these years. Calmly and precisely checking, I guess. So you want to roll under your number. Your number is a 2, and you can roll. Well, safety checks are your thing. You can roll 3.
Nice. Does anyone want to help me look in my backpack?
By the way, Tigger Me Now gives their reroll for Gina.
Thank you.
Nice. I don't know. I can't move my arm. Like I think I have to pass on this. I really do.
Jam Feed Baby's head into the backpack and have her look around.
Can't anyone with a head do that?
Your head is big.
My head is enormous. Oh, your head is bigger than a cat's, though. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll look. I'm just like eyeballing the backpack, being like, "Can I fit Feed Baby's head in there? No. Can I fit my head in there? Yes.
I'm like
Fine.
some weird
I'll put
project
my head
for
in it.
I don't have arms. I can't help.
I'll also look. I'll help by,
Okay, great.
by looking.
Right, you don't have arms.
I don't have arms. I have ears and feet.
I have arms that don't work right now.
Why do you think I have a Murray?
So yeah, you are rolling to see if these work. You can roll 3. So who's helping? Is someone else?
I'm going to help and look in Randy's backpack to see if there's anything extra in there that might be
Sure.
glowy.
Let's call that precise action. You're searching something. You want to roll under your number. Well, you can roll 2.
All right, I've looked in stuff before.
Everything extra is really in the characterization here, though.
Yeah, no, I fail.
You fell.
It's very
No,
dark
you're
in
on your
there,
own.
Randy. I can't see it.
Very dark
Oh,
backpack.
my backpack's so dark. Oh, there's some glow in the dark stuff at the bottom. Oh, yes. Okay. So I have
Two
two
successes.
successes and one is to infinity and beyond.
Okay, you got a question?
I do not. So I will retrieve my items from my backpack.
Okay. Yeah, and you have your glow in the dark pads, and you put them on, and suddenly you are glow in the dark, Randy.
And I put my shoulder pads on. And I say, it's hard to be a working woman in the 80s.
Yeah. Yes.
So many phones to answer.
That's a fact.
There's that kind of shoulder
You shove them into your shirt, and all of a sudden you're more of a power woman.
They're soft. They won't protect you really from if you fall.
You just have glowing bits under your shirt now.
Glowing big shoulders.
That went in a different direction than I think we all thought it was going.
And then I have elbow safety pads and knee pads.
So yeah, you are now glowing. You guys can now see a little bit better in here.
Okay, I want to stand on the cat's head and go like this.
Oh, great. So
Just to provide light.
you are providing light, and what you see ahead of you is just a very long
We're a
tunnel
cat
where
bus.
this trickle just continues on. Aw.
Cute.
I'd like to take this time to see if anyone wants to help to shove my arm back in its socket.
Yeah.
Okay, Uncle Si, why don't you give that a shot? You can try one arm. You are trying to shove it back in its socket.
All
This,
right.
this is cowpoke action because you're just trying to just jam it on in there.
Yeah.
You want to roll over your number. As we said, you are an expert at pushing and shoving things. So
Yeah.
well, you can roll 3.
All right, sweet. So I'm just gonna take your arm and kind of just line up. I mean, like, you might not want to look at this. It might be terrifying. And I'm just gonna kind of lean back and
Ooh.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna kind of lean back a little bit and just like jam it forward with my whole body weight and just be like,
Ah! No, look!
Okay, but your number is
a 2.
2.
It's-
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
3 questions.
You have
Infinity
3. That
and
is
beyond.
infinity and beyond cubed. What do you have 3 questions?
Really, I have like no questions. Let's see. First question: how's the dog doing?
The dog? Oh, like they're drunk?
Great. Okay, they're drunk. That's good.
Thank you. Yep.
Second question. How long is this tunnel? We gonna be in this for a while? Like, I want to take a nap. Maybe I just want to time it out.
I mean, the tunnel does go on for a while.
All right,
The road goes
nappable.
up around and on.
Good, great.
I mean, you are now taking an alternate route. You know, all the whole distance. The whole distance the surfer described to you.
Yeah, okay.
We can
And
find out why.
you know,
Yeah,
when is the
that's-
new season of Duck Dynasty coming? I care about that.
I will
Any
look.
question
Hang on.
the GM can answer.
No, it's all right. I think
I-
it's been canceled, so don't worry.
Chat, please figure out what time when Duck Dynasty returns and let us know.
Can't DVR Duck Dynasty?
But you got your answers, and that did work. So you get one of your arms back. So now you are just at a -1 now for arm-related tasks.
Oh, no problem.
May.
Any opportunity to shove something?
Sweet. Me, May.
Do you want to try fixing the other arm?
You're the spawn of the devil.
Well, yes, if that's an option. You did so well on the first arm. Maybe you could try the second arm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You kidding? That was
Go
that
again.
Was
Roll
a
again.
Total pleasure. Yeah, here's my third question. Kind of jam that other arm in. This one I want to do like a little differently. Why not?
Yeah.
So, you know, that was really fun.
Aggressive and
Variety
violent.
is the spice of life.
So maybe this one could be soft and soothing.
Okay. Sure. Let's say that. I'll do it on 3. 1, and then on 2 I'm gonna do it. 2, and hold it. I'm using a reroll. Only 1 success there. That was just terrible. All right, good. 2 successes.
Okay.
All right, and that works. And now, Feed Baby, you are back.
Oh, I'm back to normal.
She says in her voice.
But while that's going on, we will just say the Pixar gods sort of get bored with the world, and for their own amusement, all of a sudden, 2 of you are going to find yourselves playing each other's characters. It's
Right. Yep.
half-hour character swap. Sam will get the time. Thank
Yep.
you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2.
Me again.
Radical Randy again, and 5.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Furby.
All right, you ready?
No.
Yeah.
Glossary of Furbish.
This,
Oh, you have it written down.
Wait, wasn't it? This would be
No,
called
I'm-
Max 5.
No, that was a miscount.
Oh yeah, that was a miscount because 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I'm the
Yeah,
reroll.
Furby.
No, you were right.
Very good.
I'm an idiot.
Better.
Here's Furbish for
Okay.
you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Safety's totally radical.
All right, I'm ready.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Yes.
It's like you're Heather again.
I'm Heather, except way safer. And
all right.
let's do this.
And yet my character is still interested in everything that has stank.
So much stank down here in this weird pipe. Safety is radical.
Wait, what is this thing?
Oh yeah, here's the
It's my
Previous character was very similar.
Copy it.
All right, so character swap is on for 30 minutes. We have hit almost all the tiers tonight. I guess the only thing we have left, if we get there, is the cameo on command. If we get to $200, you guys have been fantastically generous with us. Again, your contributions are what keeps Saving Throw open, which keeps us being able to do this. If we get to $200, the cameo on command, you can get your favorite non-Toy Story Pixar character, either Remy from Ratatouille, Jack from The Incredibles, or Wally and Eva from Wall-E. Yeah.
I really
Yeah, but imagine what Jack would do to Rita Hanks.
Wowie.
Remember the babysitter?
yeah.
But Rita Hanks.
So many choices. Yeah, so thank you, everybody, and thank you for all the subs and stuff. So yeah, you are riding a cat. You are up front lighting the way, Radical Randy.
Oh my gosh.
Furby, you are riding in the mouth as you usually do. You are happy that your guns are back. Oh wow!
Really, it's just
It's
like
the eyes. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a
Oh, I was doing it again. My face went into Furby mode and just started blinking really crazily. No.
Jean's not stuck like that. She'll just be Furby all the time now.
No, Furby too hard to face.
Radical Randy. Radical Randy.
So
radical.
So yeah, it's like
Yeah, we make our way.
You are making your way, and as you make your way further down the pipe, the water level from the pipe starts picking up a little bit. The pipe starts getting a little smaller. The water feels like it's rising a little bit. Maybe the stream of water is picking up a little bit since when you got in.
I start dog paddling.
You start dog paddling.
Otherwise known as paddling.
yes, regular paddling.
I'm now I am very waterlogged.
Yeah,
very
Water dog.
You are a waterlogged dog, and you're making your way, and then in the distance somewhere you guys can just hear some sort of like a little roar, kind of like a little bit of like a.
Buddha Babu!
That's easy for you to say. Oh.
Bad noise!
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I love this!
In the
Yeah.
She's got.
Man,
This is
I've got
amazing.
words for everything.
Gina's a professional Max Isaacson.
That's
I know, I just
Amazing.
wish she wasn't a professional at some things, like being a Furby.
You
Yeah.
may it. You may it.
Is that
That's
fear?
true.
It means love.
Oh, no.
Why did I know that?
And suddenly the current picks up and you find yourselves all moving a little bit faster, and you see that there's actually a side tunnel feeding into the tunnel.
Side tunnel.
There's something coming out of the side tunnel. You're looking at it. It's
I'm gonna
pouring.
stick my spoon
everyone.
in the back in case we need it as a rudder.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You're a
In
genius.
fact, why don't you precise action roll for that?
Yes.
See if that works. You want to roll under your number. Your
okay.
number.
Danger
is
up ahead.
5.
Remember,
This
if
is
you're
something
with
that you have
everyone,
not done, so you can
warn
only roll
your
one die.
friends.
Okay.
Unless somebody's trying to help you.
I got nothing.
No.
Go for it.
All right, here we go. One die.
Okay, G.
Under it. Yes.
Roll under your
I got a
number,
2.
which is
5.
5. You got a 2. Yeah, good
One
job.
success, so-
Feed baby food.
And I'm not steering it yet. I'm getting
Right,
it. I'm readying.
but now it works.
Yes.
You have it. Yes,
Readying, ruddering.
the rudder works.
ready the rudder. Rudder ready.
And yeah, and where the two tunnels meet, you can see like that side tunnel coming straight up. It's like the current picks up very quick because whatever's coming out of there is coming fast. And as you get near the side tunnel and you know, sort of Willy Wonka style, the ride is picking up and getting a little crazier. And you see that coming out of that side tunnel, like, is strangely the water is just gushing with jelly beans.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Just like jelly beans pouring out of it. You can see like right over there. It is strangely enough on the adjacent pipe. It says Candy Factory output, and something must be wrong because the jelly beans are just coming out through the wastewater,
Amazing.
and they are just gushing. And you guys are now finding yourself in just a jelly bean rapids.
Sounds great.
How dare you? I now want to go up that pipe and have Willy Wonka adventures. I'm trying to stay on topic here, Rick, but
As you
damn,
pass by the
not
pipe,
making it easy.
As you pass by the pipe, you hear like the sort
is
of
not
melodious voice
radical.
of Gene Wilder just sort of singing some little tune up somewhere else.
What's that, season 4?
Wherever there may be
Yes, that's
that one.
you. Yes, exactly.
Kids, remember, if you find yourself in a river full of jelly beans, just say no.
All right.
I just say yes.
I'm gonna scoop my cup into the jelly beans and just start eating jelly beans.
Yeah, you can start
Or
doing
jelly
that.
beans?
That's how I roll.
I mean, yeah, to an Uncle Si, those jelly beans are probably quite a burrito.
Yeah, they're enormous.
Yeah.
That's like a full meal.
So it's like, yeah, and the boat, the skateboard, skateboard being towed by a cat is starting to rock back and forth, back and forth. You are all sort of shaking, holding on for dear life. It's starting to feel like this thing is going to capsize.
All right, everyone, buddy system.
Hey,
just in
PFW
case.
Scott, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, PFW.
Grab a buddy.
Oh, good, my arms still work, so I can do rudder and buddy.
Yeah. All right, you want to try and rudder. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. That boat just starts hitting a point in the rapids where it just starts throwing everybody. So you're all going to make a roll to try and grab onto something, whether it's the cat or the boat, whatever you want to do.
Buddy system.
You can only roll one die for that because of the circumstances. It's a cowpoke roll because you're just grabbing on for your life. Unless Amy Vorpal can make a steering roll. Sorry, unless Feed Baby Food can make a steering roll. In which case, you can each roll 2 to try and stay on.
Okay.
So Feed Baby, this kind of steering, it was Space Ranger to get it set up, but now you're wrestling with the current. This is kind of cowpoke action. You want to roll over your number, which is a 5. You've never done this before, so you get 1 die. Unless somebody is helping you somehow.
Who's feeling particularly strong?
I'm on the head.
In the way.
I can't help.
Oh, yeah,
Am I being held by the cat right now?
Yeah, you're in the.
You are being held by the cat's mouth,
mouth.
but like you and the cat have a routine. If you want to get out of the cat's mouth, you are able to. You know, you can climb back out. You know how to work the cat.
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, I wanna. What's the cat's name again?
Murray.
Murray, that's right.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'm also on the head, and I can reach down for you.
Okay. I wanna signal to Murray to like flip me, and then I go flying back, and then I wanna just like jostle into you to like give you the
like oomph to steer.
yeah oomph to steer.
Cool.
Okay, let's call that.
That's a wild, passionate action.
Yeah,
That's a wild passion.
All right, that's wild
That's
passion.
a weird move.
Sure, I was going to go the other way, but I like it. So that you want to roll over your number, which is a 2, Radical Randy, and this is like a maneuver kind of thing. You do these kind of things like a.
Okay.
Well, you're not Radical Randy right now. You're Furby.
No, I'm
Furby.
cool.
No. Furby, you are
Furby
a
does
2.
cat.
That is a cowboy.
Furby's
Yeah.
impulsive.
So you can.
Catapulting.
Ooh.
We got it at the same time.
Very nice.
Yes. Space Pass is proud.
You can roll 1.
Okay. Murray.
There's no furbish for your 6 points.
Booty Nula. That means big yes. Change friend because I want to like help the friend.
Perfect.
Really makes you think?
Oh, I was supposed to do over. Over
this is
2?
a cowpoke.
Yeah.
You want to get over 2?
Yep.
Reroll.
Reroll.
You got it. Reroll.
Keep the reroll.
Please don't fall in the water. I have batteries.
So that absolutely gets you another die. You can
Okay.
roll 2 now. You were also trying to do cowpoke. You want to roll over your number.
Over my
which is
number.
5.
Come on, babies. Come on, feed baby.
I just imagine
Yikes.
from my perspective
Oh,
that was
gosh.
slow-mo.
All right, reroll for sure.
You can reroll 1 of them. Those are 2 ones.
And I'm saying,
Oh, dang it.
That is a 3.
that's pretty.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more. This is important
one
for
more.
because it matters.
It
to
matters.
everybody. Well, we'll just keep the 3 because it's bigger, and we'll take the 1 and go hand. Oh,
Oh, thank you, Skylar.
no, that is a big fat
you
no.
again.
Oh, we
Ooh, thank you, Silent. Okay,
No.
didn't help. It
Well,
didn't help.
Feed Baby did their best, but unfortunately that rudder was just moving too fast, and it knocks you right off of the boat. And Feed Baby, you
Oh no, I can't
into the Jelly Bean river, right? And just like as the 4 of you are watching, you see Feed Baby just consumed by this jelly bean waterfall.
I dive in the
that
water
you are
after
all
them.
headed
I'm gonna write
for.
a note. Okay.
You can.
I dive in.
Oh, sweet.
A friend is in trouble.
I'm already in the.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I'm waterlogged dog.
You
Dog
are.
paddling.
Oh yeah, you're already in the water.
Well, then I grab the collar and I slide down, so I'm hanging from the collar, and I'm getting ready to pull you both in.
Nice. You also have a roll of gauze in your bag.
Oh, that helps. Good to know.
Like string.
Hang on to that for a moment.
I will. I'm just setting myself
Yeah.
up in case.
Because
Because you never know when a friend is in trouble and might need your help.
yeah, she's a great Radical Randy. This is a great character you've created. So, yeah.
Iconic.
First, you have to. You all had to roll to see if you stayed on in the first place. Remember, Amy was rolling to see if you had the extra
Oh, right.
die.
I forgot.
So
I'm
why doesn't
holding the
everybody
collar.
roll one die? Amy unfortunately failed. You only get the one. Sorry, Feed Baby failed. You only get one. So
Do I get two since I'm
Feed
holding
Baby
a collar?
failed. And you can roll over your number. What do you want?
I said, can I have 2 dice since I'm holding on to a collar? And not just flying willy-nilly, because safety.
Yeah, I buy that.
Thank you.
I buy that. You can roll 2. You roll 1. You roll 1.
Wild passion act?
Yeah, cowpoke. You want to roll over your number.
Oh, great.
You're already in the water.
I'm
right?
already in the water.
You're in the water.
2 and 1 is a 2 infinity and beyond.
I'm re-rolling.
Oh, okay.
Destroy that die.
Table reroll. You have batteries.
What was
Oh
that?
shit, yeah, okay. Here, I'm gonna use one of those table rerolls. Thank you.
Please.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Woo! Success!
All right.
Your rerolls really help.
So scared.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you. Keep them coming. I have batteries. Don't get them wet. Please.
Okay, so
Look at this face.
you're in the water?
No, I re-rolled.
Oh, you re-rolled.
I re-rolled,
Okay.
so I made it.
You're
I'm
good.
okay.
You're
Good.
I'm
good.
super good, and I get a question.
You're good, and you get a question. So what's your question?
I just want to know exactly where they are in proximity to me, like reachable.
Who?
Like I want to keep eyes on them, the 2 people that fell in along with water.
Only
water
one
dog.
fell in, right?
I definitely felt
Yeah,
it.
You
Oh,
fell
that's
in.
right. You didn't fall anywhere.
I didn't fall anywhere.
Where is Feed Baby in proximity to me and Water Dog?
Feed Baby, swept up in the current, has shot ahead and has been gone over the side of a
So they're
jelly
behind
bean
us now.
waterfall. No,
Baby
they're
is-
ahead of you. You are now.
Which way is the current?
The current is moving
Oh,
towards
okay.
a waterfall.
Oh, okay.
A waterfall of jelly beans.
We're being
which
sucked
Feed,
into the waterfall.
Yes, and Feed Baby has already gone over the side.
All right.
Was consumed by a jelly bean waterfall.
Okay, well, I tuck my legs underneath the collar. I reach into my backpack. I bring out the gauze. I tie. What else do you have in your inventory?
Like just general first aid.
Stuff of narrative convenience.
And
And what's heavy in your backpack? Oh, the broken skateboard. I tie the gauze around the broken skateboard and I launch it into the water while holding onto the gauze. I'm fishing for Feed Baby.
Okay.
baby fish.
Awesome.
Let's try this. Okay, you're gonna roll 2 rolls here. First, you're gonna make a Space Ranger roll to see if the whole contraption works.
Okay.
And how well. So
How well
you
can I
want to
tie
roll
it?
under your number, see how Space Ranger, you can roll. You're prepared. You're Radical Randy. You do skateboarding tricks and you use first aid stuff, and this is gauze and a skateboard. So you can roll 2.
Okay.
And you want to roll under
It
your
really is
number, Space
classic.
Ranger.
It is classic.
Radical
Classic
Randy.
Randy.
Your number is 2. Yeah, it is classic.
Safety is totally
I want
radical.
a Radical Randy cartoon.
I know.
Reroll.
Reroll.
Because I need
Reroll
under.
the 2-1.
Right? I need under my number.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Calm-
keep one of them. Keep the
One
two.
of them was already a
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I keep 2. That's okay.
1 success?
1 success, and it's 2 infinity.
Okay, what's your question?
Do I know that this will be a secure rig?
Well, you rolled a 1, so what you know is it's not as secure
know
as
it will not.
could be, but it is secure enough to work.
At least once.
Right? Yes. If
Okay.
you get it out there,
Okay.
it's like what will have to happen is now when you now make your next cowboy throw to get it out there, you will be docked 1 off of that because
Okay.
it's only so sturdy.
Okay.
But it will hold together and work if you make the cowboy throw.
Thank you.
So you can roll Radical Randy. Yes.
I want to make it better. Can I assist myself and make it better? Can I roll a second time to do something?
Well, you can use another reroll to try and do the other die to see if you can make
Yeah,
it.
I'll re-roll one more time to see if I
Sure.
add the thing.
If not,
it's
then-
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come
No.
on, rescue plan.
Okay.
Somebody can help you, I think.
I'm in a like. Well,
I should have grabbed a new die.
I'm in like kind of a better
Sticky situation
position.
with the jelly beans?
No, a less than. I mean, I still am, but yeah, I've got my own thing going on.
You're just eating all the
you
jelly
do.
beans you can, aren't you?
right,
Just sitting
so-
there, like,
Yeah.
flushing them through your
Radical Randy,
Yeah.
you now need to make a lasso.
Lasso.
Right. I guess what you were trying to do now is you are trying to. What are you trying to do? Your boat.
I'm trying to fish.
All right, your boat is coming towards a waterfall of jelly beans that Feed Baby Foob has already fell down. So you were trying to throw your lasso down over the thing to pull Feed Baby back up
Correct.
right
As we're
before
going
the
down.
boat goes over the side.
Correct.
Gotcha.
We can all
So
go
they're
down
attached.
together.
So you can all go down together. No, I respect that camaraderie. Yeah. And your
If
Billy
one
Joel.
friend jumps off the waterfall,
It's Toy
go
Story.
with them.
Yeah,
Toy Story 3. If you're
just like-
falling
Yeah.
down a ramp, you gotta.
I mean, because I don't know. I probably shouldn't help strategize here. Right? It's like you could try and use this skateboard to anchor the boat first or something, so that you could. I don't know. Yeah, just go with what you're doing. Go with it.
No, grabbing Food Baby first.
Gotcha. So
Food Baby is drowning.
roll. You.
We have a cat. We can swim. We're good.
Okay, that's a cowpoke roll, and because you only succeeded once in
Yeah.
making the thing, you can roll one die, so you run a roll over your number, which is 2.
Yep.
I think the ultimate safety tip here is don't go chasing waterfalls.
Okay, just gonna reroll. Hey, there we go.
Okay.
And that skateboard flies over the side and goes down into the river of jelly beans, where Feed Baby Food sees it in
Awesome.
front of her.
And Max did call it. What I have been doing is the way that dirt passes through a worm, or a worm, consequently passes through dirt. I've opened both sides of my cavity and have been contracting my cavity to move through the jelly beans
So gross.
as they pass through my cavity.
Like outer peristalsis.
It is very much like this.
Aren't you so happy that you tuned in?
Grossest and greatest sentence.
Yes.
I opened both ends of my cavity.
The first game I made people, they would call it my throat or whatever, and I'm like, no, it's a cavity.
So, yeah, but now, okay, so you have been doing that, and you have made your way over
To the surface.
the skateboard as
Yes.
it comes down, and you.
I clamp down on that. That I do not let pass through.
All right, I am going to just,
Chinese finger trap.
and I'm going to let you have that. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You are clamped onto the rope. That is part of Gina's victory. She lassoed you.
I just start reeling her in.
Yeah, and you are reeling her back up as the ship goes back over the side of the jelly bean waterfall. The skateboard, and the cat. All of you, the skateboard, just go plunging down into a big giant pool of jelly bean water.
Friends.
Where are we at total wise, Don? Where are we at total wise? What?
190.
So we are $10 away from the final tier, the cameos on command, where you could get your vote of Remy from Ratatouille, Jack from The Incredibles, or Wally and Eva from Wally.
I think
we
we
got
should
an hour
add,
left.
we
We can
should add
definitely make that
an
count.
after tier. I think Furby needs a catchphrase.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because they don't have enough already.
If we make it
wasn't
past
it?
200, the next catchphrase, the next tier will be to get Furby a catchphrase before this is all over. So all right,
What-
you are all now in a.
What
pool.
sentence did their kid teach them? Because they mimic, they parrot. So what did they learn from their kids?
Oh, wow. I wish I made that.
Really?
I wish I
Phrase.
made that one of the real incentives. Okay.
With an asterisk or Rita. What do I say?
What does the Furby say?
What does the
Don't
Furby
bring
say?
that in here.
So yeah, you now find yourself in a pool of jelly bean water.
Are we floating on the skateboard still, or?
Yes, you have managed to all sort of get up on the skateboard like a raft, and Kitty is sort of doing a little kitty paddle and pulling it along. Trying to reach what you see is a sort of little alcove of rocks on the other side.
Nice.
You can see maybe some light behind it. You're not quite sure. The cat pulls you over there, and as you start getting over, you can see some shapes moving on the rocks. And as you get closer, those shapes sort of start to come into the light, being generated by Radical Randy. You start to see that they are raccoons. There is a family of raccoons who are standing at the pool eating the jelly beans.
What do I need to do to roll doggy impulse control?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And we need to dock one because drinking and impulse control. Don't go back.
I mean, you are still drunk. It's going to last a while because you're a very little dog.
I'm a very little dog.
Who knew vapors would do so much to you?
Oh my, I've got the vapors.
You've got the vapors. That's right. Those raccoons do not notice you yet. They are so just overwhelmed by this bounty of jelly beans. But you are kind of overwhelmed by the raccoons. So why don't we say wild, passionate action? You're trying to control you were trying to control yourself here. So it's called Space Ranger. So you want to roll under your number, and this is not something you are good at, so you can roll 1.
Oh, man.
Space Ranger, your number is 3. You want to roll 3, or you want to roll under 3?
Whoa.
Smokebeard, thank you.
You got it.
Wow, yeah. That, we will get back to that in a second. That, by the way, Smokebeard, that opens up $200 tier. So chat, you can now vote. Do you want to see Remy from Ratatouille, Remy the Rat, Ratatouille being my favorite Toy Story, my favorite Pixar movie. Jack from The Incredibles, who doesn't love Jack? The crazy, wildly over superpowered babies. Or Wally and Eva from Wall-E, the adorable robot couple, who somehow will make it here, even though they live wildly in the future. But we'll figure that out. Whatever you all want, you vote, and our good buddy Dom on the other side will let us know what you decided. And thank you again, everybody who helped us hit our top tier. If we get another $25, I guess if we get to 225, y'all can make up Furby's catchphrase. The phrase that Furby's kid, Natasha Hanks, taught to Furby. Furbies imitate their kid. What did Natasha teach Furby to say? It will be up to you in another $25. But you guys have been so incredibly generous with us already. Thank you so much, everybody. So you totally blew that. That was a 4, unless you're planning on using a reroll here. But you're not planning on using a reroll.
I set myself up to fail here, Rick.
Yeah, no, it's like, honestly, it's like, I tried to make you roll for it just to see if we can get an obstacle, but yeah, no, unfortunately, Darlene the dog just goes, just doggy paddles right ahead and runs right up to those raccoons and starts barking up a storm. The raccoons, suddenly look up all alarmed and start see you all like swimming in the water with the cat. The cat gets all, Murray the cat not happy at a bunch of raccoons, and the raccoons, one of them starts sniffing and starts to like get down in the water and starts like paddling at you.
When you approach an animal, make sure
Intimidating the raccoons.
You're trying to intimidate
them harder. Everyone, stop barking! And I'm shining the light to make it look like we're one giant creature.
We are legitimately being a war dogs.
I would like to swallow as many jelly beans as I can and machine gun them.
Yes!
Okay, so let's start this one at a time. You are trying to bark for intimidation.
I am being a war dog.
I'm a war dog now, Rick. You have to understand that.
We're
You are
assisting.
helping by trying to make it look like there's a giant dog using your light. So you roll first, and we'll call that.
That sounds like a wild, passionate action.
See, I was going to say Space Ranger. That sounds like you're trying to create a very specific illusion using very limited light.
Precise action.
It's a very
That's like
precise.
Intimidation.
But you're
Making
doing
the best of a quick scenario.
Right. You're doing intimidation.
Yeah.
She's doing like a
Yes, I
science
am.
thing to aid your
I'm a
intimidation.
fierce
So
warrior.
you roll Space Ranger. This is not something you've done a lot. You can roll 1 die. You want to roll under your number. Go for it first.
You don't think a a safety ranger has had to deal with animals before.
Okay, you can roll 2. I buy it. I am not unreasonable. Animals can be dangerous, especially like wild raccoons living in a cave in the middle.
No, they're legit
We have them in
dangerous.
my neighborhood.
They sound like gremlins.
Oh yeah.
They're
oh my
big,
god.
too.
Outside my window, there's like this big tree, and one day 2 raccoons got into a fight on a branch on the tree right outside my house. It was like vicious. It was the craziest thing I ever saw. Anyway, back to this.
1 and it's a lightning or to infinity.
To infinity and beyond. Yes.
Yeah.
So do you have a question?
What are raccoons' biggest weakness?
What are raccoons' biggest weakness? Well, yeah, they are super intimidated by other dogs.
Perfect. My plan was in order.
They are easily frightened. They are easily distracted, and they hate being shot in the face with jelly beans.
Right.
Yeah.
Our plan will totally work. Because safety is radical.
Oh, sorry. So that worked. So now you are rolling your intimidation roll.
I'm a fierce war dog.
You are a fierce war dog, sort of. So
I was taught to be a stealthy, quiet war dog.
you,
So some of these lessons took.
you are absolutely. This is what you do. You are prepared. We're gonna say you're not an expert though, because you're not. You're not super intimidating. You haven't done a lot of intimidating in your time. I don't know, folks. Maybe I'm wrong. Would you be intimidated
to be fair,
by this?
though, imagine that soaking wet and covered in sewage now. So that just looks like the creepiest rat dog attacking goo monster.
If it bears,
I'm a goo monster.
She makes a good point. They are a goo monster. You can roll. You can roll another one. You can roll 3.
All right.
That
Remember,
counts,
if you can argue on behalf of your friends, do it.
Rule slayers are your best friend.
So cowpoke, you want to roll over your number, which is 3.
Ooh, baby. Big money, big money.
That old sea lion.
And that raccoon like stops swimming and just like turns tail and just runs and disappears. Oh my God, Tinksy! Wow, Tinksy, thank you so much. And again, incredibly generous tonight, Tinksy.
Thank you so much.
And last week, thank you. Did not forget.
By the way, you're killing it.
All of
Yeah.
you.
Oh, thank you.
So
Nailing it.
that
I'm loving your
opens-
radical Randy.
Yeah, so that opens up our next tier that's not even down here. So now, chat, you get to decide what was the phrase that Furby's kid, Natasha Hanks, taught to Furby. Furby imitates a phrase. What was that phrase? Make your suggestions. Our buddy Dom over there, while he is trying to count up which the cameo is, will also figure out what the catchphrase is and will get us over to us. And if we get to another $25, then somebody will go evil for the rest of the game.
oh my gosh.
All right, no, you know what, that's harsh. That's too harsh.
Yeah, but we started evil.
Finally turned them good.
We finally turned
Treasure's
them
great
good.
guys, but Rita Hanks must die.
What do you got?
So you know like how there are maybe some like larger versions of the same ones?
Sure.
There's like one of the toys gets a larger version friend.
Okay, if we get another $25, Darling the
Larger
dog.
feed me, baby.
If we get another $25, Darling the dog will meet a giant Darling the dog and make a Darling the dog.
Everyone. I want a random for everyone. I pitched it everyone, but I will take Darling the dog.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Darling the Great.
Ooh, because giant Furby or giant feed baby or a giant Funko side.
Oh, that is a nightmare.
All right, so you were going to
Machine gun.
Machine gun.
Baby hungry.
Okay, that's a cowpoke thing, definitely. You want to roll over your number. You are you're a Space Ranger character. Your number is 5.
Yeah.
You are machine gunning. You're shooting stuff out of your mouth.
Yep.
This is kind of a strength for you, but you have had jaw damage today. No, we didn't penalize upper mouth, so that could actually work for you. Let's say you can roll 2.
More space in the mouth.
More space in the mouth, see? Okay, here we go.
Remember,
Come on.
If you use your mouth as a gun, don't shoot your eye out.
Total fail.
Cowpoke, you want to roll over your number. That's a total fail. There is one last reroll.
I don't want to use that.
Okay.
I don't want to use that. But
so-
you can tell me to reroll and use one of your.
No, that's not how that works. Yeah, no, you get up there and like cheeks full of jelly beans, you and like that scene in Pulp Fiction, they just completely miss every raccoon.
Yes.
Who at first is like ah,
And
then
some
they're
of
all
them
like
some of them actually dribble out of my mouth. Some
yeah,
of them get
they
caught
fall
in my-
everywhere. You're chewing on one of them. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, I get a little distracted by how.
But it
delicious.
totally doesn't work.
Okay.
And there are, let's say, that first raccoon that you scared off ran for its little raccoon life. There are two more of them that are standing now on those rocks that you guys are swimming to. They're not quite coming at you, but they're not quite running away at this point either.
Okay, I want to take the gauze lassoed skateboard that I used to save Feed Baby, and I want to start doing like a to attack.
Okay.
Switcheroony.
You start that roll.
I start that roll.
But she's gonna have to finish it.
Finish it,
because
my friend!
Finish it.
Thank you, everybody.
Safely.
The character swap is always one of my favorite things, and this was a great one.
I love this.
Very good.
I love how both of you were perfect.
Oh, sorry.
I need my language.
All right. So you were. Wait, what were you doing?
I was in the middle of swinging like a lasso the skateboard that's on the end of the gauze.
Right. And you're trying to like hit one of the raccoons. Is that the deal? Like sort of just.
Daway,
Yeah.
move.
Sure, that's an
Daway.
That is an absolute cowpoke move. You want to roll over your number, Radical Randy. You are again. Your number is 2. You can roll. You can roll. You actually did a lasso thing before with this. So why don't you roll 3 die? You're getting good.
Yes.
Okay. Remember, kids, when you're using your sports equipment as a weapon, make sure that you get a lot of torque in your arm so that you can launch at full speed towards wild animals. Over?
Cowpoke, you want to roll over your number?
Success.
Those are 3 successes. And yeah, absolutely, that just hits one of those raccoons right in its raccoon head, and the raccoon like, and just turns around, disappears, just runs away.
Nice.
Okay, T. May, Furby, May, you.
Okay, I think I know what that means. Oh my god. Okay, T. May, love? Furby loves me! Oh my god, I've been looking for love this whole time!
That is Radical Randy's character goal, to find love.
You find love. Kids, remember, you can find love in the most unlikely places, like a sewer full of jelly beans with a Furby.
Wow.
I might even say you found love in a homeless place.
That was a really good one for me, baby. That was really funny.
Mayla, for the Mayla inclined.
Do I have to roll to hug? To hug Furby?
Auto success.
The feeling of love is so in the air. The love here is so palpable. It's so strong that this love, it rings out through time. A love that just is felt on a cosmic scale. And as you guys are sitting there, surrounded by the raccoons in this cave, suddenly there's this like wild flash of light, and like a portal opens, and shooting out of it comes this sleek white robot that just flies around, and it just comes into the middle of the room and just sort of spins and comes to a stop, and like looks around, and it looks at like the rest of the raccoons, and it's just like Eva, and it just like sort of shoots like levels its laser, just sort of shoots a whole bunch of straight shots, and the raccoons, scared out of their minds, just like disappear down.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna like
We're not that kind
sever the lightsaber the raccoons in half.
We're not that kind of show.
This episode.
This episode, right? No. In fact, most episodes we are really that kind of show. Not this
I
time.
do prefer this.
And then while that robot is just turning around in the middle of the room, looking and sort of analyzing you all, and you can see little scopes and things in its vision.
What's that doodad?
And then behind it, you just rolling in is this little boxy robot who sort of looks around and kind of has these big eyes and says, "Ooh, kind of looking you all over and scratching its head.
Nula? Friend?
Eva, and it points up to the.
Eva, Meme?
Scratches its head and looks around again. And then it looks over at you, Radical Randy, and it comes over and it sort of circles you slowly on its treads. And it looks over and it looks at your feet and it sees like your broken skateboard and it sort of scratches its head and it says, And then it pops open a hatch on its thing and it goes looking and starts pulling out all these like items and stuff. And then it finds like this little tiny like wrench. And it goes over and it starts working the wrench on the back of your ankle, and it snaps your the plastic of your foot back into place, and it sort of like fixes the part where you attach to your skateboard.
Friend, help!
And we will say is that now your skateboarding penalty for whatever it wound up being
Nice.
worth is now gone. Can I borrow this for 1 second?
that's
so
yours.
I can. Oh, thanks. I was wondering what happened to my pen.
Safety is totally radical!
And it goes ta-da!
Oh, you're amazing. You're also very beautiful to look at.
And
Goo monster runs up to it and starts licking it.
and it sort of falls back and it loves the goo monster and it pets the goo monster with one of its treads, and then it sort of rolls over to look at Uncle Si and sort of.
I want to climb on this dingle hopper and start like poking at it.
Oh my God.
Sure. Yeah, you absolutely
dingle hopper.
climb on the dingle hopper.
It's not a fork.
Yeah, no, I'll put it in my hair.
Yeah, it starts going around in circles and you start whooping and hollering and having. Yeah, and it likes it. You like it. Everybody's having a good time.
Awesome.
And then as they look over you guys and Eva looks down at the wall where the raccoons disappeared down to the distance and then looks at you and looks down into the darkness and looks at you and then turns to the darkness and raises her laser arm and just shoots off like a whole strafe of fire.
Woo bye! Hide!
You run after it, but what happens is when that strafe of fire hits the wall beyond, it just like blows the side of the mountain off, and now there's like a cave hole there for you guys to just get right out of this tunnel. Right there on the wall. And on that, the two robots turn around and they quickly in robot speak explain to you something they don't understand about what they're doing there and how they traveled through time through this portal and why they're in this cave and why they decided to help you, but you don't understand a word of it. And then with a wave and a sort of
Bye-bye.
robot-y smile, yes, now
Dingle hopper.
Yep, they disappear back into their portal, and now you are left in the very bright, open cave, on the side of this mountain, a new cave entrance. You are sitting in a pool of water. Full of jelly beans. There are no more raccoons anywhere. The portal is gone. Wally and Eva have disappeared. Thank you guys for bringing them in.
Thank you.
And before we move on, the chat has provided you a choice, Gina.
Me?
Yes,
Oh, I get a choice?
Yeah, you get to choose.
Do you want to slide them to me?
Slide to the left.
Real Sophie's choice.
Sure.
Kill your
No, I'll
favorite.
just tell you.
Okay,
Side,
sure.
bringing
Keep it
things
rolling.
down to a real bummer level.
Your favorite catchphrase.
Your choice is either how do I make it work?
Okay.
Or I love you, Murray.
I'm taking both.
All right. That is your prerogative.
Yeah.
You get two for the price of one. Furby knows two phrases, apparently.
Clever Furby.
Yeah, clever Furby, right? You guys, you come out, and what you see is that this little river now you walk out the side of the mountain, and what you see is that you are on the other side of the hill. Way back when the Silver Surfer told you that there was a field behind the house, and behind the house, the field, there was a hill, and then on the other side of the hill there was a river, and the river led to a pool, and that's where he saw the pirate treasure. And now what you find is that you have emerged and you are actually on the other side of that hill, having made it all the way underneath the field, all the way underneath the hill that this pipe runs through. And you come out into the light. The sun is starting to go down. It's not quite night yet, but it's getting to be evening.
But we can see the light through the hole that Eva made.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can just walk right out now. You are basically standing in what is now the mouth of a new cave.
Great.
And
I conjunctally stroll through that as well. This is my way.
And right there on the other side, as you step out, you see that there is in fact a mountain stream that rides down the side of the mountain and sort of just disappears into the valley.
Eeka, pretty.
Can I eat this water?
Probably it's not that yeah, it's probably okay.
Where's the moolah?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Good question.
I want to take I do want to take the skateboard boat with us.
Sure.
A little raft. So I want to drag that out with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you are standing on the side of a hill. There's a mountain stream next to you.
I'd like to just see if I can take a look around and see if there's maybe another, like a path or some kind of sidewalk. And the last time we got on a river, it didn't go great, and this one seems a lot bigger.
Sure, you can roll. That calm, precise action, you are searching for something specific. You want to roll under your number. Your number is a 2. You can roll 1 die.
All right.
You're not.
Quick
You are
glance.
Uncle Si, but you're not really much of an outdoorsman because you're a Funko Pop.
I'm a toy. I got it!
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Holy crow, I got it!
Okay, so you walk towards the side, you start walking around the side of the mountain, and you walk right up next to that stream, and next to the stream, the bed of the stream is lined with sort of like rocks, and the rocks are slippery, and you're like, hey y'all, I think we can walk down on these here rocks! And you are absolutely correct, you did succeed, but you only rolled a 1. So you slip on the rocks, and now you're gonna bounce your way all the way to the bottom, where you disappear from sight.
Oh no!
No, just follow me, do what I'm doing.
I'm running after him.
You're going after him?
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, he's bouncing. He looks like a ball. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he has a really big head too.
I have a humongous head. My
Yeah.
cranium is enormous.
I paused
but
from
you're not
drying
the
off
stream.
my Murray.
No, I'm just bouncing.
I've taken my dry furry body and I've been sponging the water off of Murray. Just,
Carefully.
I love you, Murray. Love you, Murray.
Oh,
Love
kids.
you, Murray.
Understand that don't feel threatened when someone that you love loves someone else too, because there's a lot of different kinds of love, and there's room in people's hearts for a lot of different kinds of love.
Hey, are you okay?
Listen, there's like tears coming down my face. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just saying, like, it's cool to be secure in yourself and also secure in the love that you have with someone else.
Furby looks up at Radical Randy and just goes,
Anu, May. Anu, help, love, help.
Okay. Okay. So I start helping.
I'm gonna
to
give
dry off the
them
cat.
a minute, and I'm gonna go.
Please help me. I have
Oh yeah, side's still falling.
Don't mind Uncle Si. I'm just falling to my inevitable doom.
There's physical help I can provide, or
I'm a weird
emotional help,
character.
and I'm not really attuned to one of those.
Yeah, Uncle Si, you are just you have disappeared out of sight. You have gone chasing after Uncle Si. You're running down those slippery rocks.
And I'm following them at I'm not
pace.
a leisurely pace, a leisurely-er pace.
Puppies don't
so
in
you-
fact know what a leisurely pace is.
Yes.
And what about the two of you?
We're drying off Murray.
You're driving off.
Once Murray gets done, we'll ride Murray down.
Okay. Fair enough. So Uncle Si, you land at you keep falling down those rocks, and it's like a cartoon. It's just God damn it, good, and you just keep falling and falling and falling and falling. Gadzooks, zoinks, gadzooks, zoinks. Yeah. And there's so many zoinks and gadzookses, you lose track, and then eventually you wake up, and you find yourself lying in a little lagoon.
Oh, this is nice.
And
Just gonna kind of back pedal.
right, there's grass, there's tall grass growing out of the marsh, you know, sort of out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see that the water sort of flows like back into like what looks like another little cave in the mountain.
Oh, all right. I'd like to. Yeah. No, I'm gonna swim towards the cave and I'm gonna go exploring. That sounds like the thing to do. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to take a swim.
Spelunk away.
Sure. Why don't we say you can roll? How are you swimming? Are you just?
Well, yeah, I'm like going with the current, right? It's going into so I'm just gonna kind of breaststroke it. I don't have tiny little freaking nubs for arms. I'm just gonna kind of like do my best.
You drawing a lot of attention to yourself?
No, quiet, calm.
Okay.
I'm taking in the serenity and
Quiet
beauty
war
of the
dog.
place.
Stealthy war
We'll call
dog.
that Space Ranger. Why don't you roll one die?
Yeah, I don't
You
know if I've
roll,
ever gone swimming
under your
before in my
number,
life.
which is a 2.
No.
No.
No, I didn't do it.
Okay. So you are trying to stay quiet, but
It's really beautiful out here.
Yeah.
It's really just great. I love this lagoon.
you are
It's
trying to
so
stay
calm
quiet.
and peaceful and quiet.
Yeah, you are absolutely a terrible judge of quiet because you're
Everybody shut up.
Oh, thank you for the host enthusiasm.
Yay!
Thanks, Amy.
We love enthusiasm. Blego from last week.
For the hug and climb.
Hugs for the hug and climb.
Mayline for the Mayline climb.
Yeah, so you are trying to do your best to be quiet, but apparently you are very loud, and you, as you swim into this cave, it is very dark, and the first thing you see is the glint of metal, like like a golden flash.
Like a pirate attack treasure.
Perhaps, perhaps. But you also hear
Giant dollar signs in my eyeballs.
You also hear some movement somewhere in the back of the cave. Something shuffles, something moves. You don't quite know what it is. You can't quite get a beat on it, but you know that there is something else in here.
Don't you come near me, you lurking monster. I was a Nam. I was trained to be a deadly killer.
What are you doing while he's doing that, darling dog?
I was in Nam. I was trained to be a deadly killer. Hi!
Hello.
Hi! It's good to see you. Hi! How are you doing? Hi! Hi! Hi!
I'm
hi.
doing
How are you
very
doing?
well.
How are you doing? Let's go again.
Something's lurking and is going to attempt to destroy us and keep the treasure. But don't worry, we'll subdue it with all of our green. What?
And okay, so you're with Uncle Si.
Yep.
And what are you doing, Feed Baby?
If I arrive, I guess are you guys in the pool or not quite yet?
We've kind of reached the shores.
Yeah. He's kind of like swam his way into the cave and up to the shore. Let's say
Yeah.
like the rocks.
Oh, okay. So to get where they are, I also need to go into the water.
Yes.
Okay. But I do have the raft.
You do
with
have the
me.
raft.
I've been carrying that.
Sure.
So I'm gonna hop on the raft.
Okay, so we'll say that you float the raft in, and now you start pushing your way. You still
Yeah,
have
I'll
that
use
rudder
my
on
feed
it.
spoon.
Right, yeah, your feed spoon. You're using it as like an oar.
So
Yes,
gross.
yeah.
Pushing your way through.
Good.
And what are Mari? What are you guys doing
I'm
with
adorable.
Mari?
doing
I
this.
mean,
First time I've been
I
adorable in a long
imagine
time.
that Murray has successfully cleaned himself along with me sponging and the help of maybe gauze or something. We hold on, and then Murray picks me up along
Sure.
with you and
Oh well, I
takes
can
us
wait.
down.
Yeah, I can wait for them for the raft too. If I like hear them coming, I'll wait with the raft if you guys want to hop on.
We don't
board
need to be
too.
in the water, right? There's
You
rocks all
do
the way
need to
down.
go through the water.
Oh, we do?
Once you get down to where the lagoon is, now you need to go
Got
through the
it.
water to go in.
All right.
But yeah, you can wait. But what I'm
Yeah.
going to say is, while you guys start coming down,
Mm-hmm.
you're riding the cat, and suddenly from behind you, you hear like all these like footsteps and grunts and growls, and like there are raccoons. There are like 10 of them, and they're running behind you, but they are absolutely not after you. They just run right on past you and just go straight and disappear into the grass. They are running from something, and you hear a very loud growl from somewhere in the grass above you. And your cat goes, "Rah!" and starts galloping now, away from where it was going.
Murray, boo!
Whoa!
Ah!
Yeah, and as you turn around, as you are doing your best to hold on to Murray, you see above you, cresting over the top of the hill, chasing the raccoons, there's a giant coyote.
Whoa!
Woof. Okay.
Yeah. Woof indeed.
Come on, guys! Hurry!
Big bad! Big bad!
Hurry, hurry!
All right, the raccoon is gaining on you. What do you guys want to do? You are trying to, I assume, just like ride the cat, you steer the cat?
I have no other means of help.
Okay.
Wow!
I want
Out of
to
it.
engage my animal training that I have when you encounter wild animals. Kids, if you encounter a wild animal, it's actually best for you to not run away, and you should stop. So I'm gonna jump off, and I want to pick up my skateboards on my back. I want to like raise my skateboard up and make myself look larger, and then also like slap the back of the skateboard so it's loud, and then say, "Go away! Leave us alone! We've found love."
Can I
Does it
assist
look a
by
lot like Say
immediately
Anything?
parrying?
It looks a lot like
I'm
that.
going to assist by starting to pick up your language and parroting you now because
Okay.
you're a new friend. So we sound louder because we're saying it at the same time
Okay.
now.
Absolutely. So you roll for help first. That's an emotional thing. That's cowpoke action. You want to roll over your number,
And I'm
which
used
is
to
2.
parroting.
You are used to parroting. You can roll 3 die.
Yes.
This is what you do. This is you're an expert at.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Seriously?
Three
It's
ones.
blocked by the Furby. I
What?
couldn't-
3 1s.
Whoa.
Not
No, you
good.
only roll 1.
I only get to reroll 1? When is that rule?
This season.
Oh no!
I know.
We're just trying to different this game.
I know, but
Welcome
that's
to
so
the world of
bad.
pain.
That's why we're doing it.
Okay, 6.
All right, yeah.
One is all you need for an assist.
One is all
I
you
know.
need. So you can roll. Your animal ability last time was what, like a 2 or something?
I do not remember.
Let's say you can roll 3
For
now.
it was not I.
Well, you were also, I think, debuffed.
Yeah.
Go away! Go away!
Okay, go away! Go away!
Clap, clap,
Clap, clap, clap, clap. So what do we think?
Okay, you can roll 3 die. That is cowpoke. You're trying to be intimidating. Go for it.
Above a 2?
You want to roll over your number, right? Which is
Okay,
2.
great. So I got 2 successes.
Okay, that absolutely stops the coyote, and it, stops advancing but starts sniffing at you.
Oh, I want to hit it on the nose with my skateboard because nose hitting is good for animals.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely.
Unless someone wants
And
to
that
jump
makes it
in
a
and save me.
die.
Unless someone,
What I want to do is actually find kind of a divot in the ground in like a spot that looks like on its way to the stream, and I want to open my maw and set a trap. Like a bear
gonna
trap.
eat the
Like a
coyote?
bear trap. I'm gonna actually try to trap its foot in my cavity. Its paw in my cavity.
okay.
Oh
So-
my goodness.
I'm gonna find a divot or a small anything that looks like a depression in the ground where he might put his paw.
Maybe you could put some of your
Feed baby the
plastic
living
food
bear.
nearby to make it want to go over there.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't worry.
Okay.
This is horrifying.
okay.
I love it.
So that sounds like a very precise action.
I leave the skateboard at the shore.
Okay.
And I go and secure my position in a hold and open wide.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 2 die. We'll call it, it's Space Ranger. You want to roll
Yeah.
under your number, which is a 5.
Okay, awesome.
Opera teacher now.
I know. I'm morphing as we go.
Amazing. I love
All right.
From everywhere.
Gotta get under, right? For Space Ranger? Come on,
Yeah.
baby. Ooh, 2 successes.
2 successes, yeah, and that absolutely works. You want to describe what happens?
Well, as the wolf is sniffing both of you, I kind of make a gesture for you to slowly move past me, and I kind of burrow down in this hole and get secure, and I leave my food, my plastic bananas and my plastic vomit nearby, and I just crank open and then kind of loosen the jaw. and sit and wait. And as the wolf paws forward, a little bit curious, his foot slips and goes into a hole, but unfortunately for him, that hole is my cavity. And not only does my mouth clamp down, I also tighten my core around his paw. And I think he can still move like a little bit, but he's definitely trapped, and even if he can move, there's like an obstruction of plastic and felt and plush around his paw.
Yeah, and that is making the coyote extremely unhappy. It's like,
Wow! How do I make this work?
So hopefully that has at least distracted it. Or
yeah, I would say it's pretty distracted.
Genius!
So you were right in front of it. What are you doing right now?
Well, so now it's stuck in your foot. I mean, no, its foot is stuck in your cavity. That's right. Okay, I have a thought. I am hoping. So you're like laying, right?
I mean, I'm doing whatever his paws do. Yeah, I'm like in the ground. Okay. He's probably this far down.
This is a long shot, but I want to try to run and then jump and land on Feed Baby's tummy to launch the coyote away.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna
Like an air cannon?
Yeah.
Air cannon.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Let's see what you can do. We'll call that that is a cowpoke action. You want to roll over your number. You're doing like kind of like a skateboarding stunt here, right? So
yeah. So it's as if, okay, here's my thought. I would normally do a skateboarding stunt by putting a skateboard down and then running towards the skateboard and then landing on it, but I'm replacing the skateboard with Feed Baby's body.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna run and then land on Feed Baby's tummy.
So that's kind of like a skateboarding stunt, but you don't have a skateboard, so it's probably not something
Yeah.
you're like an expert at. But let's say you're prepared to do it.
I have a skateboard.
You're not using the skateboard.
I'm not using it.
Right, so you can roll 2.
Can I use the skateboard? Can I put the skateboard on? Can I, when I jump, put the skateboard down in front of me and land on Feed Baby?
Ollie on Feed Baby.
Yeah, I want to do an ollie
Baby?
on Feed Baby.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so call that cowpoke action. You can roll 3.
Okay, great.
Roll over your number. Your number 2.
Big yes!
Oh, wow!
Wait, so I'm trying to do.
You want to roll over your number.
Oh, nice. So I definitely did.
Yeah.
Okay, so
my number's 2.
that's exactly what you said. You do an ollie right onto Feed Baby, and it just like shoots that coyote's paw like right out of Feed Baby's cavity, and the coyote like is so surprised it like bucks up on 2 legs and falls backwards, and is looking really unhappy right now. It's sort of like looking around, a little scared, a little freaked out by like these toys that are attacking. What do you guys do?
I want to start imitating all of the horrible animal noises that I've picked up while riding Murray around these parts.
Yeah.
Intimidation.
Nice.
Okay.
Just a lot of like,
All right, imitating noises
and
is your
also
thing.
like a rattlesnake noise.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, imitating noises is your thing. Intimidation, not so much, but let's say you can roll 2 cowpoke.
In what world is scaring things not a Furby's expertise?
Yes,
I'm quite good at
argument.
scaring.
Okay, in the name of irony,
fear of
we will
God.
say you can roll 3.
I know.
You can roll 3. That is a cowpoke action because you're trying to
Dumo,
intimidate.
may, may, me. Please love me.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
3.
And this is a
Cowpoke. You want to roll over
Yeah.
your number, which is a 2.
2 successes.
Yeah, that
All right.
cow is poked.
Yeah, and
I
that.
poked the cow.
Yeah, that cow is poked, and that dog is scared out of its freaking mind. That coyote just whimpers like a puppy and turns around and just runs in the other direction as fast as it can, and it disappears over the hill. And you guys are okay again.
Awesome.
Yay!
Good, good teamwork.
Aha.
Yes, you good job, you two.
So,
yes, carry on,
I will say that the three of you make your way down the side of the mountain to the lagoon, and you ride the raft on into the cave where you catch up with Uncle Si, who is still standing there. Yeah, going a little crazy.
Ooh, Furby, dance, dance!
But now that Radical Randy is here, there's light, and you can see very clearly that the cave is full of treasure chests. Like that are overflowing. It's exactly what the Silver Surfer described. They're overflowing. They have, in fact, why don't you make a roll? Who wants to make a roll to really look around and get the detail here, find out how much you guys are really seeing?
I've got a really great Space Ranger task if we're...
Okay, tell you what, everybody roll Space Ranger. You can all roll 2 die for this.
Awesome.
You want to roll under? You want to roll under your number, whatever it is.
Cool. 2 successes.
I did not.
2 successes, one of which is an infinity.
Nice.
Okay.
2 successes, both of which are to infinity and beyond.
1 success.
Okay. Do you have questions?
I only want to know about what in this treasure smells interesting to Darling, because I'm obviously using my snoot, and I don't know how money works. I'm a dog.
I will get back to that in a moment. What are your questions?
Well, Furby is actually quite experienced in moolah. One of the programmed words in my language, money.
That's
so, I want to know how much valuables. Okay, first things first. What do I know in this stash is worth the most money? And B, is there anything around that will help us transport as much of this as possible? Like an old wagon that a kid dropped and things such as that, because you've got a cavity, but like, I don't know how much money we need to save everything.
True. Yeah, that's true. A wagon is bigger than my cavity.
All right, so I'm going to start off with answering your question. You, an expert in money, look around. Hang on. You guys, an expert in money, you look around the cave and you instantaneously. Yeah, you're a little, and you walk over and you start examining the boxes and examining the jewels and the gold and stuff like that. And you're like, this is all plastic.
Uh-oh.
In fact, now that you're looking closer, you're looking at it, and it says like...
Buddha moolah, Buddha moolah, bad money.
Right, in fact, it says property of Sunset Pictures written on the sides of the boxes. And you start looking around, and you see like old scaffoldings and lights. And what you start to see, like, what you realize is that this little cave, this little thing, it's like an old set that's just been sort of like left behind somewhere long ago.
Oh my goodness.
It's just an old cave set. It wasn't that, but it is now. Yeah, you find yourself you were in an old set where somebody must have shot some kind of pirate feature with a bunch of treasure. Could be the Goonies. I don't know.
Buddha
there's no big ship.
news, bad news. Moolah is Lulu. Big joke, big joke.
Ooh.
Wait. This money's no good?
No.
I vomited it all back up. I've
Vomited
put
short little silver man.
Sai and I have been loading my cavity.
Yeah.
My hands
Wait, this money's a joke.
Buddha
halfway.
Lulu. Buddha Lulu.
The
Bad
money
joke.
is absolutely no good.
Ooh, dude.
But you had a question too, and you asked what you smell that's interesting to you, and you start sniffing around, and all the plastic smells the same to you, but there is something in there, and you know you knew there was something moving around in here earlier. So you start making your way back to the cave, and then in the back of the cave, you see, there is a bunch of sort of a pile of rocks. And squeezed into one of the rocks.
Oh.
There is a tiny Russian nesting doll. And it is just stuck there in the rocks. And when it sees you, it goes, "Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy. Hello.
Hi, friend. Hi. I'm Darling. I'm a dog.
Hello. I am nesting doll." That's my best Russian. Just go with it.
Are you stuck?
Yes, I have been here a very long time. Can you help me get out?
Darling very gently mouths the nesting doll and is going to pull.
Yeah, and when you
Out.
pull, you know, we'll just say is that the top of the nesting doll comes out, and a tinier one pops out.
Murder!
And it's
Friends, hi! Hi, new friend. I'm Darling. I'm a dog.
Say hello, it is still me, nesting doll. And it you know, now it starts helping like pull on its bottom, and it pulls it out of the thing, and it hops in there, and then the top pops back on.
Oh, bye, new friend. How do I make this work?
And it looks around at you, and I don't know any of you. Do any of you know Rita?
Wow, I do.
Talking about Rita Hanks.
Rita Hanks.
Did you see
Bad
the
mama.
name?
Bad mama.
Rita
That's right.
Hanks.
Big bada mom.
No,
Big
no.
bada mom.
Rita is my kid.
Oh man, so I hate to be the person that has
Must
to
be
tell you
different
this.
Rita. Must be.
And now we get, as it starts to tell you a thing, we get the Schlieren of flashback. As she tells you the story of how decades ago, young Rita and her mother came up to the top of this hill. And while Rita was playing with the nesting doll, it fell and it got damaged. And her mother saw it, and her mother said, you know, my children do not play with damaged toys. And took it from her while she was screaming that she loved her doll, and just threw it down the side of the hill, where it eventually rolled, fell into the stream, and it just floated on into that cave. And one night when the water level went up, it got into the rocks, and it got stuck, and it's been stuck in there for the decades since, just sitting there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Furby sad.
I always forget that adult humans were once children, babies.
Maybe they have kids inside them, like friends. Have friends inside them.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe if we bring you back, then you can meet the kid inside Rita Mom. You want to come home with us?
This changes everything, you know.
You know how to find Rita.
Yeah. Oh, Rita.
Please take me home.
Let's go.
And it walks
could
over to
work.
you, and darling, it tries to give you a hug. It doesn't really
Layla.
have arms.
Layla, home.
Aw.
Layla, home. Ooh.
Well, it's getting
Go,
pretty late
Layla.
now.
It is actually getting very late, and as you emerge from
Go,
the cave, you can
Layla.
start hearing the sounds of coyotes and raccoons gathering in the dark grasses and
They've
fields.
joined forces.
Yes, they have joined forces. They're pissed at getting hit by skateboards and dolls, and they are organizing.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta go.
Well,
But we didn't find any money to save the store.
that's okay. We
what?
can always fall back
Steal
on
from Rita, yes, we always can.
All right.
We can see how we feel when we get there.
I would like, cause wait, the coyotes and the raccoons are forming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
all right.
dark here in the middle of the wilderness.
Yeah,
You
right,
guys have to
we're
get all the
all
way back home. You got here in a
gonna-
pipe.
If only we
gonna
had
die.
some more support.
I would like to call him a duck army.
Oh, the Duck Army!
Yay!
You don't even have to roll for that. Thank you. I've been
Oh
waiting
my
for
gosh,
this
it's
all
like
game.
the eagles flying back from Mordor, except
Yeah.
a duck army.
I want to go full on. I want to just like kind of like puff my chest out and be like, and like just pick up a stick off the ground, like a little Gandalf. Pull on my long gray wizened beard. You're like, it is dark season.
And with that catchphrase, you know, being Uncle Si, you've watched hours of Duck Dynasty, and you know the sound of a duck call better than anybody, and you open your mouth and unleash the duck call into the air. And as the wolves and raccoons are walking towards the end of the cave, suddenly just this army of like ducks flying all over the place. Just
ducks.
yeah, they're all over this, just attacking the dogs and the
How do I
wolves.
make
Just the
this
dogs
work?
just being driven off, and then yeah, you guys each you climb onto the backs of these ducks, and
Poor Murray.
yeah, no, Murray is with you. Murray is riding on two ducks, one set of paws on each side.
nice.
They're
Oh,
balancing
cool.
for Murray.
That is an
Duck
excellent
surfing,
image.
yeah.
And the ducks,
in the
yes,
mouth.
with Uncle Si at the lead, pointing
Yeah.
the way.
My
The
hand
ducks
on
fly you
Dark
back
Duck's
to
head.
the Hanks house, and you get off the ducks. And Uncle Si, you say goodbye to your.
I would like the house to look like in the birds. When it's just like a billion birds all over the house. And
Yeah,
on the
they're
wires
everywhere.
and
That's-
everywhere, and like
That is exactly what that is.
pop off
Yep.
and I'm like, everyone just stare at this house for like a day.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you guys are outside the house, and I'm just going to epilogue a lot of this, as we only got a few minutes left here. What? Yeah. So what I'm going to say is that you guys come inside, or what we're going to say is that outside, you guys, the three of you don't quite know where you're going now. You didn't get the money for the store, but you know first you got to return these three to their home. So you come back, and Furby shows you a way into the house, and you
Through the cat door.
Through the cat door, and you quietly make your way into Natasha's room and sit quietly on the floor, waiting for her to wake up. And you bring Nesting Doll over to Rita's bedside and leave it right there on the night table. And in the morning, we'll say when Rita wakes up, she sees this doll and just freaks out. She has no idea how it got there, and she just turns to jello. And she starts just crying, looking at the thing, just being like, I am so happy to have you back. There was never anything wrong with you. And just weeping over her thing, and she's so happy. She runs to go show her daughter. When she opens the door, on the floor there, she sees this stuffed dog. And she picks it up, and she does not recognize it, and she looks at it, and she sees the torn ear, and she looks at it and looks at the Nesting Doll, and she's like, and there's not really anything wrong with you either. Nothing a little thread couldn't fix. And what she does is the next morning, because Rita is, let's say, rich and entitled and living in LA, she is not. She takes her toys first thing in the morning, along with her kid, down to Tim and Tom's toy shop, where she had gone before looking for this. And the three of you hitch a ride down there. And when she gets to the door and sees that Tim and Tom are closing for business forever, she is absolutely outraged. And being wealthy beyond belief, she instantaneously decides to buy the store on the spot so that Tim and Tom can spend their days fixing old broken toys for people who love their toys, putting them back, sewing their ears, and cleaning up their little paint chips and stuff, and making them bright for their kids again. And in that sense, you are now have sort of all been united into the same family. And the shop becomes Rita's and Tim's and Tom's.
First filling. Like it.
I know, right?
Necessary.
And you get to wake up next to your kid who sees you and goes, "Doggy!" and just grabs you and gives you the biggest hug you could ever possibly imagine. I mean, I want to take like that verbiage from The Princess Bride. It's like, in the history of hugs, there have only been a couple that charted this high on the hugging scale, and the hug between you and your little girl, that
I am very much
dwarfed them
inclined.
all.
What do you think of that was like, Gina? I don't know.
Furby's heart grows because kid got new friend.
Kid got new friend, and Furby, you are now allowed back into the house because Mom has totally reversed her position on toys. She was running the whole time. It was her inner pain.
Back in Layla!
You, Uncle Si, are back at your toy shop living it up, but now you have an army of ducks to command, and they help you keep those other Uncle Si's in line, so you are now clearly king of the Uncle Si's.
Damn right.
Radical Randy, you found love. And the two of you, since being united under the same family, you can easily sneak a ride back and forth between the house and the toy shop with Rita anytime you want, so you guys are able to see each other. Absolutely.
I hop in the car with Murray anytime I want to come and say hi to you.
And feed baby food.
If I
Your dream of keep being awesome to keep being awesome is totally held up as all the toys for at the toy shop cannot stop talking about how you kicked a coyote's ass.
Yes. Not only that. In Feed Baby Food's mind, she knows that Rita has changed. She also knows that humans who change might also change again. And we'll never stop plotting Rita's demise, just in case.
And as we pull back on Feed Baby Food, making some sort of demented just in case innocent woman, we come to the end of Toy Story 3.
Thank you so much, Nick. That was
Oh my
delightful.
God, you guys were so incredible. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Oh, my head can breathe.
So this was amazing. You guys
was
have been incredible.
amazing.
Thank you
So
so
awesome.
much for being so generous for us throughout these 3 episodes. First, let's start real fast over here. Yeah.
Can I read the poem?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was
first,
the secret objective?
which I always forget to say. Why don't you let them know what the secret objective was?
I had to, over 26 sentences in a row, start the beginning of each sentence A, B, C, D, E.
Diabolical!
Yeah.
And she
Wow.
did it before I even knew it was over. She was great.
Amazing.
For good measure,
Switched, because I would have not known that.
for good measure, I said 2 sentences in a row on the end. One starting with zip a dip, and another one with zoinks.
Nice.
That was the zoinks.
Professional.
Well done.
Thank you.
I
Wow.
didn't notice at all.
So,
What is
your
I know.
poem?
So, Darling's poem is, how cute can a puppy be? Pick me up, and you will see. I'm soft and cuddly, this is true. Won't you take me home with you?
Natasha did.
Yeah. That was perfect.
That is
a
perfect.
great way
That
to go.
They're a
encapsulates.
very good dog.
So, real quick, why don't we go around the table and let them know, let the good people know where to find you.
Great. I am at Vorpal Sword on all the things. Find me there. There.
Yes.
I am Kelly Nugent. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Kelly Nugee, KELLYNUGEE.
Hi, I'm Sam Delev. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, CHAIKOVSKY.
Hi, I'm Gina DeVivo, and you can find me on Twitter at Pocket Gina and on Instagram at Kitty Hawk, KITTI Hawk.
Hi, I'm Max Isaacson. You can find me on Twitter at Brosis Movies, like brother sister movies.
Nice.
And I'm Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter at rbud913, or you can follow the show at Tempting Fate RPG. Tomorrow night on Saving Throw at 8 p.m. is, I think, the 2nd episode of Legacy, the new show hosted by Stephen Pope. The first one was great. You should definitely check it out. That's tomorrow. We will be back next week, and when I say we, I mean me and Sam. Next week, okay, I gotta give this a little bit of a lead-in. So, next week, a long time ago, I was a lawyer, and
Me too.
Yeah? Oh, we'll have to talk.
Oh, crazy.
This is going to make everybody, this will change everyone's opinions of me, but there was a TV show that I liked so much, it eventually convinced me that I wanted to write for television, and that show was called Lost. And I loved it to death, and I love the ending, and don't at me. And I am one of those people who, I absolutely loved it. And so next one I'm doing one for me, and next week we've got to go back. Where I am sending 4 people to the Lost Island. There will be Dharma hatches, smoke monsters, weird numbers and
Frickin' A.
whispers, the whole deal.
Lovely.
I'm super excited to do this. So who do we have? We have Sam Delev of our regulars, because just try keeping Sam away from a game, seriously. And we've got 3 new faces who will be joining us for the first time on Tempting Fate. First of all, my very good friend, who I don't think has ever been on a stream before, Ravity Domse.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh, get ready, friends.
Great.
Right though.
They are all friends with Ravity. They tell you.
I've been gaming. It's amazing.
Yes, Rave is great. You will love her. She's going to be incredible. She is also a huge Lost fan. We are also super proud that we will be welcoming Cohen Edenfield, who is a video game writer, great guy, Twitter personality, very funny dude. I have had the honor of playing in a couple of RPGs with. He's incredible. Also a big Lost fan. Super excited to have him on. And finally, we will have Hector Navarro, captain from Shield of Tomorrow, from about 100 other shows. He's okay. He's okay. So it's Sam, along with Ravity and Cohen and Hector. we got to go back. We're going back next week.
Nice.
It's, you know, I am super excited. It's only going to be a one-off, and then we're starting a whole new 3-parter after that. So please humor me. Show up for Lost next week, and that's it. Thank you so much. You guys have been so incredible throughout this whole Toy Story thing and this whole season so far. We will see you next week. Thank you for tempting fate with us.
Thank you. Goodbye.